We have the
Yeah,
ACOB colors going. That's their new brand.
Yeah, we got the yellow, the teal. I'm still working it out. We just got back into our house a couple of weeks ago. We were out for 9 months.
Dang.
Oh, all right.
Because the tree.
All right, we'll get into that.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get into that.
Oh, because
So
the
I'm a little.
Yeah.
I'm just like, finally
That's
back in a
prologue.
studio type thing. It's nice.
Wow.
No green screen. Okay, you guys
right.
ready? Here we go.
Ready, set,
Let's go. Let's go. It's a dance party.
I don't know why I have
Friday
that.
night.
Well, I'll take it.
And we are live. Hi, everyone. I am Nick.
And I'm Maria.
And we have
Hello.
No More Bricks. But today, our special guest is
Sean the Right Way.
Sean the
other
Right
No.
Way.
What's happening? What is happening?
Let's go.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Welcome to Full of Bricks, Season 5, Episode 36.
36.
And today is October 25th, 2024. And today, our special guest is Mr. Sean the Right Way.
Repeat.
How are you doing tonight, this Friday night, Sean?
Doing good. It has been a crazy month, crazy couple of weeks, leading up to a crazy week to a crazy day.
Oh my gosh.
just
And
'cause
thank you for joining
just
us for
'cause
maybe a crazy night.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a light at the end of the tunnel thing for me. I mean, it's just with the work, with the real jobs, all good things, just busy.
Yeah.
Heading into another fun weekend with the kids. I keep telling people like this Halloween thing has gotten a little
It's
out
a
of
lot.
control.
And when
We're
they're little
heading
and they're
into-
so excited about it.
I mean, we're all in and around the same age-ish, and it's like I remember, you did the school thing, and then you might do like a school type event, and then you went trick-or-treating, and like that was pretty much.
Yeah.
We've been to no less than 5-10 events. I don't even know anymore. These fall festivals pop up.
Oh, you guys are hardcore.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah, and it's all cute and it's all good, but I'm just like,
Exhausting.
what is that phrase, like if you have steak every night is that kind of thing. It's like
okay.
for the kids, like I want them to like be stoked on the actual main event of the thing.
Yeah.
And what's cool is if you think about it, that's the only event that's like gate kept. Hey, clever, what's going on? That's the only event that's like actually preserved, right? Is the actual knocking of the doors. Do you know what I mean? Because everything else you get to do before, right? There's candy given out at school, there's candy at the mall, there's candy whatever. But the main event is still a little bit preserved. I just don't want them burn out before we get to the main event. That's all.
Yeah.
I heard on your show yesterday you were at an event of it was like your daughter's Halloween event, sponsored by Papa John's.
Ooh.
Yeah, little peach. So they did it was really cute. I mean, like hay rides.
Cool.
They had all decorated their pumpkins and just the whole school and then the gym was turned into like this mini game center where you could win candy and stuff, and like it was awesome.
Now, do your kids go dressed up to these events, and are there like several different costume changes, and that gets a little like several what then costumes. Well, I could imagine like you don't wear the same dresses all 5 weddings. You have a different dress for different weddings, and what is the main event costume? And it's like, come on, you wear the same suit? Well, maybe.
I wore the same pirate costume like 3 Halloweens in a row.
Oh, I know. And it's so hard to convince them to do that. Like our youngest, he's 10. He was Naruto last year. He gets a lot of really cool like hand-me-downs from the brothers too, but he always gets like his own too. Like we're very I guess sensitive that we don't want him to have too many hand-me-downs, but he has cool hand-me-downs. And this year he's like, I want like a new costume. He didn't really have anything in mind, and I'm like, guy, be Naruto again. He's like, I lost my headband. I'm like, really? It still fits? I leave Nick and son alone for like one night. They go out and he comes home as Ghostbuster.
He wanted to be a Ghostbusters because
Indulgent.
him and a bunch of his
good.
friends are
something we're
different
into. We're gonna
Ghostbusters,
get it.
And this is it. You want your kid to enjoy
Yeah.
Halloween.
We'll talk about that
guess.
during the week, but
I can't show the
Yeah.
picture yet.
weekly recap. We'll weekly recap.
Yeah,
I
Harry's
can't show the
been
picture.
Batman for the past 6 years, or I guess like
Yeah, see, Batman's cool. But I guess like
Oh,
that, then he's like
really?
passionate about Batman, right? But you're
Yeah.
right. Like, what do your kids then wear for the main event?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, so my son has definitely been on repeat, and then my daughter, she's in that princess phase, so she's actually done. I think, she's done wardrobe changes for all of it, but she hasn't broken out the main event thing, which is funny now that I'm thinking about it because it's the antithesis of everything she's been wearing to the preliminary events. She's gonna be just like a straight up witch. So she's gonna like turn on everybody. She's like, the princess leading up to it, but then she's gonna witch it out on actual Halloween.
yeah,
So
you got to be scary.
She's Agatha all along.
Agatha
so
all along.
that's
But
who
this
she
weekend
was.
is going to be very busy for all those Halloween stores, the dollar stores. Like I'm adding cart to Michael's before I even left work because things are like at 60% now, just to see like what's
they're
going
already
on.
doing it. Wow.
I took my kids. Yeah, 60%. I took my kids to Marshall's at the end of like right now when I picked them up in the dollar store just to see what's out there. Like we don't need anything, but I feel like, okay, what if I have to run and get bats? I don't know. Right? Like what's the options out there?
Never can have too many of
Because
them.
I'm neurotic like that.
We've gotten into the last few years doing the 75, whatever, the day after thing. We have this gigantic, awesome ghost, with the air blower in the front yard.
Yeah.
And it was like $15 or something. And I know like it says 90 or 100. And if you pay that, God bless. But like, I was like, man, even at 40, this thing was, I was impressed by it, especially at 15. So I'm like, yes, you have full approval. Go spend 100 on stuff for next year, the day after, if there's something worth getting, because otherwise it's bonkers out there.
Yeah, 2 days ago I found Christmas stuff like 20% off at Walmart.
Yeah, already. Yeah, they're jumping.
Yeah, already. I was like, oh wow.
It's a phony 20%. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the markup on things? But yeah, no. Even at work, like we get very crazy at work, and each of us have like different units or different sub departments.
What are you dressing up as?
So I'm like I have a few different hats when I'm at work. So I'm like supervisory, and I feel like I have to like go with that group this year, because my regular planning group, it's a little bit mixed up right now. So we're gonna be vampires.
Oh, that's why you wanted the teeth.
I was looking for teeth. I'm looking for bats. I wear enough black that it's easy enough to like wear a cape. I think the kids have like a vampire cape somewhere, like it's like regular wear for me.
Are you gonna draw a widow's peak on your?
I don't know. I mean, do I go and I work
like
in a hospital. I work in a hospital, so we have to be kind of like sensitive about like not looking sick or deathy, right? It can be cute, but then there's like a borderline. So I mean, some units, like one unit went all out Beetlejuice, and another unit went all out what's it called? Lord of the Rings was one, and another one is Winter is Coming. What's Winter is Coming?
Thrones.
What's that? Game of Thrones. Thank you.
Oh.
They even had a wall, like there's like a death wall, like, and that was like, I'm not sure, guys, I'm not sure, but they all like did the whole like death, like just the heads, like there's like that dreamscape where people's heads were like decapitated, so people took their photos, and they have like it's like kind of tucked away so patients don't quite see it. But I'm like, yo, I don't know, is this points or is this points? But we have upper leadership doing points for this. I don't know.
You sent me that thing on Instagram where they have like the heads carrying the heads on a platter.
Yeah, like a costume. So some people are really creative out there, but and then we have like the pediatric kids come and we give them chocolate. So
are we gonna go into our first segment?
Oh right, we're not even there. Gosh.
Which is
welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about.
Welcome back. And I know that Sean knows the reference to that song.
Yep. Cotter.
Yeah. Mr. Cotter.
Welcome back, Sean. Cotter. Welcome back, guests. I'm sorry, I'm being a little. I'm trying to get I'm gonna post and let everybody know we're over here right now.
Oh, cool. I thought you were like adding to cart more Halloween stuff. I wouldn't like begrudge you if you like have to go do that.
All right, there you go.
So, what have you been up to since the last last time you've been on Full of Brick? I know
Lots of things. You were busy.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Geez, I don't know. I guess short history is, yeah. So in January, I mean, I saw you guys at Brick World, but in January, we had a kind of an unusual storm, much like the one that just came through here. But it was in January, and there was just these crazy gusts that were happening. I want to say, I say only because we just went through some that were like much more severe, but it was like only 30, 40 miles an hour. We had this tree in the backyard, and it was January, so it had already dried out. There was no leaves, there was no water. It was dry, and then it was windy, and then I think I know that it rained a little bit before that, so like it was ready to go, and then boom, Gus took it, hit my house. But basically, if you picture, my house is like mostly rectangular and 2-story, but imagine like from the back left to the front right, the tree was that big, like spanned my entire house, snapped off on my chimney, and part of it landed in my driveway. Like that's how long this thing was, and it missed my car.
Oh my God!
It scratched the car with some branches, but the log could have like. So anyway,
were you home? Were you home when this?
I'm
it hit?
Finally home. We just got our house back.
No,
ironically, the day after the worst, when it happened. Oh yeah, I was home.
Oh, okay, you were home.
I was
middle
loud.
of the night.
Yeah, it was at 1:30 in the morning.
Jeez.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
So here's a good frame of reference. That happened. The AFC NFC championship game. So I've been out basically since just before the Super Bowl. Like that's a long time. So
yeah.
So we dealt with renting houses and stuff, and we didn't want to start anything long term. So then you get a place for 2 or 3 months, and then you got to shift, and we got the little ones, and my wife was just a rock star through it, and doing different setups. All as far as stuff people maybe want to hear about, the show stuff. I was setting up wherever I could, bring in whatever rig I could.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everybody was super chill. We probably missed more than we ever have. I'm pretty strict about not missing shows, just because it's easy. Mm-hmm. It's easy to miss when you get into that habit, number one. And then number two, and this is actually the coolest thing, is everyone's like, oh, and I'll tell them hey, this is what's happening, and they're like, oh, we understand, But then you do get some where it's I get it, but man, I was really looking forward to running that back on Friday so you could help get my day going or whatever, or get me through a boring day. And I'm like, see, that's a responsibility now, and I gotta I like to be able to whatever you want to call it, provide that service or whatever you want to call it, or that relief for people, because I too will be like, oh, all right, here comes the new, oh man, so I've been and so I'm and it's the most touchy, that's the best compliment that we can get, I think, above anything else, is no, it really means something, and they want to hang out, and it's I want to be able to do that. So, and for me, it's it's a good way to blow off steam. I mean, I think you guys said, I hope it comes across, but we have a really good time doing that too. So it's not it's work,
Yeah.
So I enjoy it, and I don't.
Yeah, it just looks like a big hangout.
Yeah.
Good hangout.
So you guys just moved back home?
So we were in a rental house. The last rental house we were in was a couple, more than a couple, but it's on the same street of where our real house is. And so when the dust settled on that storm, almost settled, it was still 20, 30 mile an hour winds, but I didn't care. I'm I gotta go see if anything else happened.
Yeah.
I'm walking around a corner. I walk up, the house across the street from me flattened. The one to the left damaged. The one directly behind me, spoiler, it didn't, because I'm in here, but the one behind there was a tree in between the properties. It went his way.
Oh my goodness, this so bad. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what what kind of coverage made it up to you guys, but this was by far the most, and again, coming from a Florida boy, this is the most horrific thing I've ever say, was the flooding, the amount of trees smashing into houses. I was known as the tree smash guy, and now there's I mean, thousands.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
So we feel lucky, you know, we were doing without, and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't so bad for us after all. And even when we didn't have power for a week or two, or no internet and all that, I was still like, could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
So,
I know you guys have been like slammed.
But that aside, I mean, I think like, again, we'll get out of the sob story there, because I think it did make us stronger, and like everybody's been so supportive, and like show wise, you know, we're continuing to grow and evolve, I think, at a pace that I'm comfortable with it. You know, I've never been one to go sell out, and shout out to people that do, but go and just strictly chase numbers and all that. We're still going to do it like our way, which is part of the name. And you know, we'll hit the gas and adjust as we need to, but I really like what we have going on. And we do finally have what I would say is like a real, you know, community. Some of these words get cringy, but it's true, man. We have like a really great group of mainly
you have a girth gang.
Yeah,
we have a gang, and they're awesome, and we just have a really good time every week. And I think part of what keeps it fun is we don't know exactly what we're doing sometimes, so we do it, even though I try to keep it structured. And that's what makes it so fun. And just these guys crack me up with their comments, and we feed off that energy, you know. So it's a lot of fun.
For sure.
So now that you're back home,
here now, there you go.
Yeah.
So now that you're back home, you're working on a Lego room.
Yeah. So
and this is behind you right now.
Here's the other part. I wasn't really in this house for was it like 4 months?
Yeah.
So I never really got this room.
Move. Yeah,
set up from the California move. So I took this opportunity to kind
of
start fresh. I mean, I've got a couple heaters right over here, but we're slowly loading them in. I was thinking about doing the Billy thing, like everybody and their brother. Oh,
we're looking at your stuff now.
Okay.
Shout out to the ACOB
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shy for this.
Perfect job.
We got Shy up here with the sail barge. That was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about that later.
That's exciting.
You can tell that story.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just like, now that I'm like back in, obviously other stuff, and Maria, you know this, she's wanting to take care of everything else first. You know, we're getting all that. You know, mom has to have that. Like, I'm like, what about the office? It's like, we got a lot of fish to fry. I'm like, all right. So we're gonna do that. I'm thinking I want like a big shelf thing like across here though, and then some Billies to like support it. But I do like the look of just having like the floating walls thing. So that's what I'm probably gonna do, because I do want to just put some girthy boys up there, and these Billies are only so wide, you know. And and I don't think I'm ready to do the big. This room is not that big to do the SCOBO. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I only want to put like girthy boys back there, so it's like, you know, they'll fit, and I like what Ryan has going on and stuff, and you know, it's clean and simple. But I don't know. I want to do something different anyway, so we'll see.
Are you in an office right now, or is this the basement? Is this?
Yeah, it's in our.
Where are you right now?
Well, so our house is like a split level, so I'm in my office.
Okay.
We have a full living room downstairs and upstairs, and then the downstairs has 2 bedrooms, which one I've commandeered as the office for real job and this. So yes, I do have this, what I'm doing stuff, which is a great icebreaker. And then we have our guest bedroom down here as well, which is where, you know, friends, family will camp out, and they also have their own living room, bathroom, and stuff down here. So it's pretty cool. We have 3 upstairs. Yeah.
So the next time we're on, we'll see an even different background, and it'll be.
It might take a while. We'll see. I'm not rushing it, but I think it'll be cool if people just notice little things. But yeah, we got to get this. We got to get it. We still have a lot to do. We basically had to move ourselves in. That was the other thing. We were supposed to move the day after this latest storm, Helene, that just happened.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was scary.
So I was like, I'm sure you're not going to be moving us anytime soon. So we just kind of like manually took a bunch of boxes in a Honda Pilot, and then did furniture with help from like a friend with a truck. I mean, imagine doing that small at a time. So we still have this downstairs living room that we're working out of to like unpack.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit, But
you mentioned Shy's little sail barge above you. Can you tell that story? I don't know if Maria knows that.
I kind of do.
Story.
It made me cry.
She saw the video, but I don't know if she knows the complete story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the video was, I mean, that's what he's so good at it. I mean, that's kind of what I guess the behind the scenes is, or the context is. I think people that watch us all the time have known that I have talked about this. It's special because it's this particular set.
Yeah.
And obviously I have a really, Shy is an amazing friend. Like as good as he seems outwardly with everybody, just like even behind it, whatever I keep saying behind the scenes, but what you see is what you get. He's really like one of the best like human beings I know. And I don't know. I was can I tell that part? Would he be upset with me? I'm not gonna, because he's affiliated.
Sean's backstory with Star Wars is that the trilogy and Return of the Jedi is like his go-to movie.
Yeah.
He loves that. He loves that movie.
Well, I saw it in the theater, so that's where it all started for me.
Oh, nice.
Jedi, I always perk up a bit more.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the net of this thing is like, I've been talking about this barge since rumors 2 years ago, and then once finally was happening. And I mean, we made songs, we made t-shirts about this. Yeah. I mean, we made a Barge Boys t-shirt, right?
Barge Boys.
I wore it to Brick World. I mean, this is months in advance. I'm hyping this set. And so Shy, him being him and him being in land, he's like, just what he said there, like he kind of, and he did tell me about this like kind of oath he had to himself that he wanted to like pay it forward with this stuff. And I don't think every time it's going to be given to a friend, unfortunately, for a lot of his friends. I think he's obviously a very charitable guy, and he might do some stuff, and obviously he's got the military charities he's involved with and everything else he does. But on this particular one, since land doesn't care what you do with it after you do what you got to do for them, which is review it or make a video, in his case, he just decided to give it to me live on air. And it was awesome because, and he did kind of go into, he's been through some stuff this year, and I think our audience knows, but I've harped on it more now because it's like, we're getting to the finish line, but it was really hard, and he knows that. And I talked to him a lot. And anyway, it was just cool, Maria. And yeah, I mean, I was tearing up a little bit too. I couldn't.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
And then the best part. So the idea was he was going to build this set, and he's like, "How do you want me to fully disassemble?" I'm like, "No, you can just get it in chunks, and I'll figure it out." And there was a little bit of a delay in him sending it, but our postage has been weird with everything going on. So whatever, he got it, and I get the outer Lego box, and I'm like, "Wow, he even kept the Lego box." That's man, you didn't have to. I even said you could ditch the box, it'd be cheaper to ship, whatever. He said, "No, I got you." So anyways, it gets there, and I'm like, man, a masterful job. I mean, he's a Marine, he pays attention to detail, and whatever. And so I opened the outer, and I'm like, and then I do the unveiling, and dude, even used, I was like, this is awesome to see the box. I didn't get to go to the store. I think it was it was the days after, where nobody was able to drive anywhere, anyway. And that store was closed, I found out anyway on release day. So anyway, and then I take the product box out itself, and then I'm doing the once over on that. I'm like, I want to open it from the same side he did, so we keep one side fresh. I couldn't find a piece of tape that had been messed with. Now it's 9:30, 10 in the morning here, but I know Shy is up, so I said, "You MFer, this looks like you sent me a new one."
Wow.
And I'll keep some of the other stuff between us, but that I confirmed that's what happened, and I kind of crazy. I was pretty emotional myself, at that moment, because it was just like a really timely, awesome, perfect like gesture from a good friend, and it was awesome, and I really really wanted that set. Like some of them you get and you're kind of like half-heartedly, but like that's something from the day I started in this thing is like, man, I would love to have just a big sail barge, but it's got to be somehow play scale and not just have the two figures out front.
Yeah.
Because we've always said, like, you know, with the barge in particular, it's not the barge that makes the scene, even though I still think it's a cool vehicle. What makes the set is the characters and the figures.
Absolutely.
That's what makes the scene. You know, it's you know, it's not as badass looking as an X-wing, for example, but the X-wing only has the pilot and the droid. This has like freak show aliens, and you got Leia. You know, like it was just it's an awesome scene.
It's awesome.
So I was stoked.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's
So,
but it's awesome. It's definitely
is it built there, or is that just the box? That's the box.
I haven't gotten into it yet. So what I am doing, I built my Ewok village, which I got while I was out.
You got that at Brick World, right? The Ewok village.
No, I got it. No, I got it through a connection, through a friend of a friend on Whatnot. You know, because we do stuff with them.
That's right.
Not sponsored or anything, but I'm interested in it as a fan, and we have their guys on there, and I like to ask questions. And anyways, like, hey, I heard you were looking for one, and usually I don't do the pre-owned thing, but he had used it for a review. He had just opened it, reviewed it. He goes, this is about as close to fresh as you're going to get and not have to pay. So I took it, and I've had it in a box, you know, because I bought it while we were doing this. I'm not going to break out at Ewok Village in a rental house.
Yeah.
I'll do a little ship or something, but I'm not taking the Villy out there.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
So I did that.
Cool.
I got the palace and the Rancor. So I'm going to kind of like lead up to that. And I want to just kind of get my Jedi stuff first. I've decided like stay focused. I can do that.
What did you think about? Sorry, what was that?
The employee or Lego employee gift at Brick World. What was that?
Oh yeah, you got that. You got that X-wing.
Oh, 23.
Right.
Yeah.
The Christmas X-wing.
Christmas
right there. Yeah, that's out too. I think that's staying sealed. I honestly like the way that looks, not just because of the value. I don't love it as much. If I could stumble across a loose one at a crazy thing, sure.
Yeah,
but I kind of like the packaging because it's so unique, you know.
Yeah, it's really unique.
And I've decided also I'm just gonna keep a couple of boxes of stuff that has like sentimental value. I don't have any need for them anymore, but like I'm not throwing out an Ewok Village box ever.
For sure.
You know, like
what did you think about the Ewok Village build? Because that was my favorite set for like the longest time. Whenever someone would ask me, "Well, what's your favorite set?" It was always Ewok Village. So what did you think about that build?
I liked it. It got a little repetitive with the treetops. Yeah. I mean, actually, and the base of the trees as well. It obviously, and you know this, it got really fun once you put sort of the base on top, and then you got to start doing the stuff around it. And it's really it's like one of those things. It's a build, and then the payoff was great because then you're getting like the helmets and the fire pit, and got 3PO's little throne, and you know, some of the
little Easter eggs there.
Details,
all the Easter eggs, exactly, the gadgets and stuff like that. What I haven't done, because I'm going to be moving stuff, the figs are still on the side, so I haven't actually put them in any kind of environment yet. But I don't know. It was more about accomplishment than me kind of going like. But I will say, like, yeah, it got a little. It's not the most exciting thing, but the end product is great, I would say. Anytime you do something 4 or 5 times, dude, and it's that big, it's not like you can love the game all you want, but that's it gets a little.
Yeah, rumor has it we might be getting another Ewok Village next year.
Really?
Right?
Well, so lately I'm tuned in on that. Now they're saying it's just going to be a buildable Wicket, and they were mistaken.
Like the Chewbacca. Like a buildable.
See, I'm hoping they're double mistaken because I feel like that would fit in nicely with what they got going on with this 3PO Chewie R2 thing. I think that would make more sense. So I'm hoping, you know, the rumor guys got it a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
Because I still think very much so this Endor / Ewok Village, whatever it is, would move like crazy if they decided to do it. And I wouldn't be salty because the one we have, Nick, is an iconic set, and they're and they'll probably shortchange it if they do combo them. The tree isn't going to be as good as that. They just won't do it that well again, I don't think.
So the last time we saw you live was at Brick World Chicago, and I know this year's Brick World Chicago, well, you've had like a evolution at Brick World Chicago. I know, like from 2022 when you and Brent first showed up to 2023, kind of got more involved with the foosball tournament. And then just this past year,
you have your own showtime.
You were like the main event.
Room, a box of Lego set. We got you signing. I mean,
you were live on stage.
So I will say, and I've already talked to Mark. I mean, I could do about that again, what we did this year, but what I missed out on was like, for example, you guys, I mean, I know I saw you and talked to you a little bit, but it wasn't like before. And it was like that with you guys, with a lot of other folks, that I care about and I want to see. And so as a result of being so busy and involved, and it's really cool, I was like, I do need a day or something. I'm not doing a boohoo thing. I was having a blast doing it, but I'm like, I didn't really, truth be told, I didn't walk the whole floor like one time. I usually at least snake around and see. And you guys know I'm not the biggest mock guy, but I still at least go do that.
For sure.
I didn't see the whole show at no point. So
I wish I was there.
Yeah, me too.
I wish you were there next year. Next year.
But
definitely.
I don't know. For my mission this year, even though we like did a lot of stuff, was like what I'm most proud of is we were able to kind of, they had started this influencer alley thing. Cringe, hate the name. And I was like, I wanted to really blow that up and have a space for my friends to hang and be recognized. Even if I'm not, when I say friends, it's people, acquaintances, whatever, people in our space that need a area to hang. And then most importantly, selfishly, I did want a broadcast position, which we were able to pull off. And then it was cool because we were able to provide a spot for people who had booked slots with us in advance. And then some just rolled up and they're like, is anybody using it? I'm like, no, go for it. Plug Brick World, go, and it was a pretty big hit. Everybody really liked that. I think it gave some kinetic energy like in the room, and people like, what's going on over there? And I think it did a pretty good job. There's still improvements that need to be made, but I feel like it did a pretty good job of maybe scratching an itch for people who couldn't go, or people who thought they didn't want to go. Maybe it gave them a little bit of FOMO, and they're like, because we absolutely have had so many people post this year's coverage collectively from everybody say like, okay, this is it. I'm never missing this again. I can't miss this. And we're like, good, come on. We got Padawan in the chat right now. He's coming from the UK, from the UK boys.
He's awake and it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, it's Saturday.
So many first timers and international next year because it's, Cooper came from Alaska, which might as well be international.
I didn't.
And now he's going to be a lifer.
That's awesome.
So Mark must have been very happy.
You guys all had a good time, and you guys know I'm a salesman and all that, but I feel like I can't possibly oversell Brick World. I mean, a lot of it is what you make of it, but like if you're open to it and you're down to hang, like you're gonna have a good time. There's no choice.
Yeah.
Mark must have been very happy with what you and Brent were able to do with the space that you were given.
Yeah, I think so. But we've also, like I said, I think it was a good. I'm very critical of myself in particular, and like there are some missed opportunities there, no doubt. But as far as just getting something started, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Right.
And so you learn from it, you build on it, and we're already noodling about, okay, even if it is exactly like that ish next year, that's cool. But I'm like, what if we did this? What if we
tweak? It's always about tweaking, for sure.
Tweak it and just little things,
Yeah.
But I
You'll
think,
love it.
but you got to start somewhere and then grow it. And I'm actually proud of, like, that,
Like
of
your
everything we
cruise.
did. A lot of the stuff was, you know, there's so much, but that I was happy about, because I feel like this is going to give other people, even people bigger than us, a platform to or somewhere to hang where they can, you know, feel comfortable at Brick World broadcasting and stuff. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Since the last time you were on, Maria keeps talking about a Lego convention cruise that goes through Disney.
We give ourselves a couple of years to like
Disney cruise.
Yeah.
The idea is already here, right? And
Oh no,
so,
Brent's down. Brent would be super
Right?
down. I'm super down.
I know we had him on a cruise ship, like when he was like
Yeah.
on that live
Yeah.
on our thing too, and chatting with us, right?
It's Disney's gonna be tough though. You might not get a lot of people.
No. Yeah.
Because you got 20 somethings that might not want to do it, and then not to mention if we're bringing fams, whew,
Oh, true,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
things are not cheap. I would say let's go like middle of the road and, you know, ball out. That's what I would say. Whatever that means to you. I don't know if that's royal or whatever. You know,
Royal. We like Royal.
Royal's good.
Carnival's
So-
cool. It's a little too low end, I think, but
You did go on a cruise recently. Well, not so recently, but since the last time we saw you, I remember, I'm not sure if it was the 25th anniversary show when you came on that you said that you were going on a cruise or.
Yep.
How was it? How was your
it was
how-
cool.
how'd the
Yeah, it
cruise
was
go?
so the story on that was the Christmas of 23, my wife's easier way, my father-in-law and mother-in-law surprised all of us and had all of their kids, spouses, families open cards, you know, on at the same time.
Oh.
And it said, like, you know, they just celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, so they wanted to take everybody.
Amazing.
So we did a princess. It was awesome. Like,
Amazing.
How big was your group?
12. I could sit there and do it, but it was, you know,
Yeah.
four
It's fun. It's a good
kids,
size
That's a good
number.
four kids, the spouses, some with kids, some without, one of those situations.
Yeah.
So,
But it's fun. Like when you go with family or you go with like a bunch of people, right? Like it's just like someone will be down for something. Like, hey, let's do trivia or let's do dodgeball or
We went.
go for a walk.
I
I'll
guess
never
it was
forget it for sure.
January.
Yeah, we
this
went there
past
for
year,
countdown.
We went with Maria's cousins, and there were what 13.
There were 13 of all of us. Yeah, 13. My mom's a big cruiser, and so her brothers, and then my cousins
From Australia were there, so it was fun.
Philippines, Bangkok. So it's like the first reunion we had in a while, but it's nice when you have a group of people to like drive with, and I don't know, we get pretty competitive, all of us. So
So can you imagine a group of Lego people?
It's a little tough to get everybody all together at once on those things. I mean, it's the same as a convention, though, right? I mean, kind
for
of.
sure. Yeah. I know, if anything, like I think like Nick and I are so used to like just, for dinner, let's just go to the buffet. But then we didn't realize everybody had wanted to like do the sit down dinners, and every night had a
I'm the
theme.
same way.
And then once you have those themed dinner, it's like you're fixed. Like that's your table, that's your steward. So I mean, we went with the flow, but like the first night we're like, oh, we have to do that, like because we're so used to like feeding our 3 kids, right? Like, let's go, guys, like go chow, like and then we'll play. But like the dinners, but we're the only ones with kids. All my cousins had no kids, and they were all like very like, oh, let's have a refined dinner with wine, and I'm all down for that too. But nobody understands that
we don't get to do that much either, right? So.
Right?
Yeah.
But they don't understand.
But
Like,
I like
I gotta feed my kids.
I like a balance, and I there was no slumming at dinners with this, and with my father-in-law, and I'm thankful for it because we ended up having some really great experiences. Because if it was left up to me, I think it was a 7-day thing. I would have done like 4 and 3, like buff, good dinner, rotate. Just getting those children in decent attire is not funny either.
Exactly. And they're like hungry, and then
and myself, because I'm like, man, I just want to roll up.
I just want that pizza over there.
No, but we ended up having like some, and that's what's cool is you get to try some stuff too, and
for sure.
So it's a good place to experiment.
Maybe next year I'll go on a cruise.
You should.
Coordinate something.
Carol, you haven't done it yet, right?
You got to build the Titanic. That's Brent's dream. He wants to build the Titanic on a boat.
Ooh, imagine
the Omen. It'd be a great
Yeah,
video.
I was like, wouldn't that be
Yeah.
the Titanic on a cruise ship?
So at Brick World Chicago, Maria kind of touched on it with the signing, but you also had ACOB had their own Lego set, and so that was new since the last time we saw you. How did that idea come about? Did the having your own Lego set?
I think so. Just like a lot of things, whatever, just said it. We haven't acted on all of these impulses, but I kind of put it out there, and well, here's where it stemmed from. Actually, was we gotten to the point where I felt like I heard enough people say, "I want to do, we want figures of you guys." That's where it kind of really started from. When are you going to do this? Right? It's kind of like a rite of passage. Everybody does it, right?
Yeah.
And me being like, okay, but I don't want to do it like everybody else. So let's make this harder. And it just so happened. So I was like, it'd be cool to do it in a set or just do something. And then Stud Lake, a good friend, and he was a viewer of the show every week or most weeks. He hit me up with like a rough sketch of like what something could look like, and then we just kind of nuanced it from there. He knows me enough from watching. I think that's one thing about us is I think everybody knows my dislikes and likes by now. If you watch us enough, he knew that the packaging absolutely had to be on point, and he knew that there had to be packaging. Like a lot of people will throw it in a bag or just give you a loose fig, and it's a little bit different. The culture with us or whatever, just taking, what am I trying to say? It is fine to just go hand a friend a fig, and sometimes they attach it to a big business card and all that. But with this, we knew we were going to make it for the audience because I knew that they, the Girth Gang wanted this too. So I was like, well, then we're going to make this awesome. Like we're going to go for it. At that point, we had already had a little bit experience in knowing that if we put something out that we think people would like, and again, I say this every time, we're not making any money on it because our volume is so low. We just try to get the coolest for the lowest price, and it's not a profit thing. I'm not opposed to that being the case one day, but I just want to say that we had made the case by then, and people reacted well. So I'm like, I think people would dig this if we do it right.
Yeah.
So I worked with him on that to get to the price, to get the packaging, to get everything we wanted to do. But I got to say, a lot of heavy lifting on the execution was Stud Lake. Very talented dude. I was like, I want to have the office look the way it did during the OG days. For the most part, with a couple dream sets in the background. I didn't even have the village at that point, but I was like, well, I got to get it now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do you have it? Yeah, I could get up and.
I don't have the box here, but I have.
Yeah, Nick even got it signed.
Oh, here, I'll get the box. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, Nick was the first. Like, we got to get the signed. We made that a trend. And the set itself, like the signing was like.
Oh, that's sick.
So for those, here's this is Sean's room. We have the Ewok Village. Over here. Disney Castle, I guess the monorail.
Oh yeah, I remember we got that monorail.
Well,
signed on the back. And then there's Brent's room.
Yeah.
I love that you had us do that, Nick, because the box, with those metallic pens, they're just not great.
Yeah.
And I think that's clean right there.
Yeah, the backs.
Yeah.
And this was a cool surprise too.
Yeah.
At the sign.
Oh yeah. Box
of Boys.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's an homage to Brent, who I'm admittedly not the biggest pokey guy, but we of course had to come loaded
Nick
with
was all happy, right?
We had to come loaded with G-dubs. But here's the packaging here. And you can see,
and you had
a straight rip from current what packaging, but we did a couple things to protect ourselves, like made a circle logo.
Yeah.
And just the attention to detail, I know a lot of people bought 2 copies because they wanted to have a freshie, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of our culture, you know, like people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Some people do criticize people for wanting to have like collectibles, and they do the whole "you should just rip it open," you know. And but we know that people would want to have a collector's piece, and I think what's really cool is this one's already it's one of my opened ones, but you can do it carefully enough, and you can still have a really good display piece along with your set. And so that's so. As a teaser,
We had a couple of boxes with a bonus piece.
Yeah, the full price Jones.
And we were like, oh my god, I hope it's ours, but it wasn't.
Didn't Nicole get one? Nicole got one, right?
Nicole got one, yeah.
Wow.
FPJ.
She opened it after hours with us. Yeah, that's sorry, he's in there.
There he is.
Where do we have a better shot of him on here? I guess we don't.
Oh, full price.
Oh, it's on the back.
Yeah,
what am I doing?
back.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
So Maria, I don't know if you know everything about Full Price Jones, but he's this character on the show that his whole thing is he only pays full price for sets. He like hates discounts.
Am I Full Price Jones?
I don't know. I don't want to look at you
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
full price, Nick.
So
you're learning. You're learning.
He divorced his wife because he caught her buying stuff on sale. Like he was upset by it. So, but so he was like part of the lore, and so we decided to have fun with that. But I will say, as a teaser, we've been teasing on the show too, but very, very soon we'll have another product drop that will be quite different from this. But at a really, it'll be our best price point, so I'm excited about that. So stay tuned. And then I will absolutely say, I think I want to make having something like this a more robust thing, a kind of a Brick World thing every year, as long as people.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
The idea was you probably could guess what it is because it's so obvious, but like to me, it's obvious. And
no, I don't know.
Spoilers.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
Well, but it'll be. I think people will be happy with it. With what we do.
Is it going to be another signing opportunity at Brick World, like a pickup?
As long as people want to, yeah. I mean, and that was cool
it
too.
Helps with the shipping. Helps with the shipping as well too.
Yeah.
For
minimum
international.
At minimum, there'll be a pickup. But I mean, Mark was happy to give us the space, and I thought that was a cool little thing to see everybody and sign it. It was that was huge for us. That was really cool.
And this is it. I feel like, when we go to the conventions, we tend to say hi to, of course, familiar faces. But something like that was like a bit of a mixer too, right? Like we actually met other people we wouldn't otherwise have said, oh, hey, how's it going? Who are you? Right? Like just because you do fall into the same pools and pockets of people that you tend to mesh with. So that was cool.
Totally. Yeah.
That manner.
Yep. But that was one of those things where it was awesome and I wouldn't trade it for the world, but like, the everything that we committed to in total were all really cool things, but it was like less hall bump intos, right? Which we talked about.
For sure.
Hard to explain it other than that, just the random things and that and I know that people get to experience that, but when people say, what do you like best about Brick World? It's that. It's you're coming back from lunch and you run into someone you hadn't seen that year, or someone you never met before, or you get in the elevator and you look up and it's so-and-so and you're like, and maybe you thought you didn't like them or your perception of them, or you thought they didn't like you or whatever. And it turns out everything's like, there's so many cool, another good example. You come back from dinner and they decided to have a yard sale, just break out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you book already?
I got a OG Jedi Bob at a great price just before the new one came out. So like, like there's just stuff like that happens. And I've forgotten 99% of it because usually I do have beverages at night. So
that's fun. Did you book Chicago 2025?
Yeah.
Oh, we missed out. We missed out on the hotel.
We missed out on the Rennie.
We were at Utah and people were like, "Oh, book," and we're like, "Oh, we have a week." We're still in Utah.
You should have known better.
We were at
I would say keep checking. People will drop. People do drop.
I did call already a couple of times.
I know, but I mean, it's like one of those things where I would just set a little reminder whenever you feel like at whatever intervals, and just call over and see what's up. And I do suspect
the presidential suite.
as it does get closer, I think some realities will set in, you know, because to reserve it doesn't really take anything. I think they just check. I think it was like $100 and then they put it right back on your card, right? It's an authorization. So I think maybe some people, unfortunately, are not going to be able to have the scratch to do the whole thing. So I suspect there'll be some drops. So I wouldn't give up there. And if I can be of any help, please DM me. What I don't have, I'm tight with Mark and it's cool. But he doesn't have a whole lot of outside of like ordering the block. There is no like all right, kick out somebody to put, you know, it's not to that level of hookup.
For sure. No, we're not like that either. Like we're
not cool. Yet. Soon you'll have the hookup with the Rennie guy.
I mean, maybe I told him just buy the Rennie, you know, but let's make it the permanent year-round brick world.
Yeah.
Besides your own Lego set, since the last time we saw you, I also know that you've come out with your own music video.
Oh yeah.
How did that come about?
I don't know. I've always liked doing stuff like that, and I just felt like that had caught on enough, this whole Box of Boys thing, that people would, you know, I wanted to make it and I thought people would like it. That's kind of what it boiled down to.
When you were in high school or college, did you rap or freestyle? Because
I used to do that a lot. Yeah, and that was the other thing. Like, so I wanted to do something that I wanted to do, and it could translate well to this. But yeah, no, back early 20s, whatever, all that. Yeah, I used to be in bars and clubs, like doing the 8 Mile stuff with people.
Oh, cool.
Before 8 Mile.
Did it get semi-professional where you have your own like CD or something? Or
no, I never pushed it. I really just liked going and just doing the battling thing. I thought it was fun. That is interesting what you just asked, because I never like to write much. I do prefer freestyle and improv, and so this song was a little bit difficult for me because I don't typically write like that.
Yeah,
which is why I was only responsible for the hook and all that. But I can't, like Brent could.
Brent did his own thing.
Free will on his verse.
Okay.
I wrote ducks, but
the building.
But they do say it's true. It's easier to write for other people because I knew his was going to be spectacular, but I know so much about him and what would work. It's very hard to write for yourself. I think for me, it's hard to write.
Did Duck's part in the video? Did you give him direction of like all his actions? Or that he came up with that himself?
That was the most incredible part of all of it. Quite frankly, was him just completely over delivering. Like, I mean, like he is.
So when you got his footage, you must have been like, what?
So, I mean, I asked him if he wanted to do it. And I think around then we were already talking about doing a rap battle thing. And he's just like, he says yes to everything. And he should right now. You know, he's at that age and he's got some juice and he's coming off a lot of stuff. He's got nothing tethering him down. I'm like, he's saying yes to everything, but he's saying yes to like big boy stuff. And he said yes to us, his friends who wanted to do this goofy thing. So I do hear things about him and maybe some of my other friends. And like, look, there's no upside for him to do this with us. He just wanted to do it because it was fun and he thought it was cool and funny and whatever. You know what I mean? So, so I hope people look at things like that as much as they evaluate like, oh, well, this is sponsored. And he had no reason whatsoever to do this other than friendship. And he thought it was fun. And he appreciated that, I was able to work in some of his stuff with some of ours, and he's been on whatever amount of times, and but you want so the story is I wrote this or whatever, gave it to him, and I was like, just whatever you can do, just make sure you're in your Lego room so we have that backdrop. That was it. Honestly, I think we had to re-record the vocals. And there still it was still a little problematic, which is why I put sort of, if you listen to it closely, you can hear he's kind of on like a megaphone sounding thing. for his verse. But I thought that was cool anyway, because sometimes people will do that as a switch up and it ended up being okay. But he yeah, his whole back turn and then spinning around and then it's like shoveling thousands of dollars worth of sets. No direction.
Yeah,
zero direction. It was perfect. And all the fill shots he did that we threw, like there's a reason he's where he's at, because he gets it. And I think I like working with people like that, where it's like, what needs to be done here, like but when you talk about a showman, like even something people are usually a lot of people want to rap or comfortable or whatever, do it. The fact that he knew how to do it, did it well, exceeded expectations, it speaks volume of how much of a quick study he is. And that's why he's not because of our video, but that is a trait that should make people understand that that's where he's at, because he's just adept at getting stuff and
versatile.
executing.
Yeah. Well, we saw him on stage live rapping, and he looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah, he's
fun.
Well,
he's done he's more comfortable on a stage than me. He's done TED Talks and stuff.
Yeah, he's a TED Talk style. Yeah,
but
I haven't been on a stage in years. I mean, I have early 20s, maybe 10 years ago. I did a little something, but like I haven't been on a stage like that.
Yeah,
you looked a little out of breath.
Me? Oh yeah. Well, so what happens is, because when you're doing it here, you have the I just got the I'm being loud message. You have the benefit of doing takes, and you're not dancing.
Yeah.
So, or I wasn't. I don't dance, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah, you're moving. You're moving.
Yeah. So, yes, I was definitely winded, admittedly. And I think even if I was in better shape, I would be winded, because you're doing the choruses yourself right into, and even like the real dudes will play their chorus part and not actually rap that part, because especially with rap, I mean, you're doing hundreds of words.
A minute.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
You're not lip syncing this.
No.
And I'm not saying there are people who can't. I just want to be clear, but I've been to a bazillion rap shows, and those guys are gassed too, and they're pros and young and in shape and all that. So it's very hard to do rap live. I will say that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why Hamilton, the musical.
First Brent was fine, but whatever.
Yes, that Brent.
Well, both of you looked kind of nervous beforehand. I saw you pacing around. I'm like, because I knew you guys were going on, but I didn't know when. I thought it was going to open up the show. But then when the fold came on and they were just doing their thing, I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to come in later. And then I saw you guys get up and start pacing around. I'm like, oh, okay, I think it's going to happen soon.
Well, so there was a little bit of nerves either way. And I think I actually like that, because it means it's important. I think that you care, when you're nervous about doing something. And I've had that my whole life. A lot of people don't believe that, but like for anything like that, I get nervous. Brent was nervous, but here's why we were like a little more ultra nervous. We were supposed to do a sound check. That morning. So when I tell you, like, that was the first time we had gone on that stage.
Oh my gosh.
That was the first time we touched that mic.
Fresh.
That was the first time we did any of it. We just had been talking to the fold, obviously, and coordinating, and they are awesome. And we can't wait. We are going to run it back, and I'm excited. We might do some other stuff. And I think they were rightfully so nervous too. The little thing they said is like, if you've done something like this before, I have. I don't know if the other guys haven't, but I haven't done it in like 10 years. So we'll see how it goes. But you talk about farm to table. Yeah, we went from pacing, went up there and did that with nothing. No net. The song had only been out for a little bit. Were we going to be able to memorize all of it? He said, do you want to have backing vocals? I'm like, nah, it's lame.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to do it. Duck, who's got 7 billion things swirling in his head, got his lyrics right. There was a couple things that people won't notice that I will. My mic went out.
Yeah, I noticed Duck turned your mic off.
He did, and I didn't know till
gave it to you.
So I missed like a whole chorus or something because of that. But Brent
was filling it in. Yeah, he was helping out.
But those are the types of things that a rehearsal would help with. And And the wind was more adrenaline based than me being
Yeah, I was
tired
gonna say.
from, because I mean, in reality,
Yeah.
my verse, which was a lot, and then I speed up in the middle of it, still only like a minute, that wouldn't kill you, but I think it was more like you just,
Oh, for sure. You need to
it's
get
like a
practice.
high, like you're, it's cool.
No, it was
But
very
yeah,
fun.
it was cool because we're like, we know those guys.
Woo!
And they're up there. They're doing it.
I know him.
That's cool. It was cool.
No, but I appreciate that we get to talk about this stuff like this too. We did this stuff on our show too, because I want people to know, like, this none of this is easy or given or whatever. I mean, it's he does give you the platform, Mark, but you have to very much make of it what you either do it or you don't. You deliver or you don't. And I again, I was really impressed more so with Brent and Duck, because I've kind of done enough of this to where I thought it would work, which is why I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
you're home with it.
I wasn't going
right?
to surprise myself and be like, wow, it turned out really good. I expect it a little bit to go well. Did I think it would go that well? No, I thought it went really, really well.
That's
I think it went well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, no one knew,
Really
a good smattering of people knew who we are, but by the end, everybody was with it. Even the people that were just there to see Ninjago, and that's all you can hope for. Like, who the hell are these guys? Box of boys. And they even said, like, no one's gonna get that. And I'm like, the people that do, it's worth it.
Yeah.
He's like, couldn't you make a more simple, easy to follow thing? I'm like, yeah, maybe next time. I don't know. That's all I got. We got one song. That's what we're doing.
Before we go into our next segment, I want to ask you. So I'm starting to ask the return guests, your favorite set of 2024 that you've got and built yourself, and also one that is on your wish list for 2024 that you haven't picked up yet.
I haven't built much 24, have I?
Or one that you've bought that you haven't.
What if it was given to you like a sail barge?
I know, I was gonna say sail barge.
Yeah.
No, instead of sail barge, we all know that's the answer for like everything. You know what? Just because I don't know how many I've definitely forgotten, because I have done. When I tell you I didn't do any building, I just wasn't doing girthy boys because we had to shuffle them so much. So I'm trying to think of like my little mid rangers, but I'll tell you what surprised me a lot was that Bumblebee. It looks terrible in vehicle mode, but I've also been reconnecting with Transformers a little bit because of the kids in the movie that came out. Guys, vehicle modes a lot of times don't look good on
the cartoon.
Yeah, like the vehicle. No, I'm talking about in the actual toys. This thing is a lot closer to the actual action figures than I think a lot of people think.
Yeah,
because people, I think Lego fans are expecting it to be this flawless Beetle because we've been conditioned to believe that. The fact that it's able to achieve that vehicle mode and robot mode so well is it's remarkable. So kind of an odd take, but it's behind me, and I've built all the other small stuff, Sith Infiltrator, like a lot of the anniversary stuff, and they're all cool, but like that was really impressive.
You have the Optimus? I don't remember.
I do. It's in that's in storage. I got to get that. It's still, I bought that at Brick World 22 at the Lego store.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So I haven't built it, but now I have to, obviously, with this.
Yeah.
And
side by side.
24 one I didn't get that I want.
Still waiting for Megatron.
I don't know. I've really streamlined the collecting a lot more out of necessity, but it's like it feels good. The FOMO is definitely easier nowadays than it was when I was early.
Yeah.
Did you get the new Disney Castle? I know that's not 2024, but
I haven't. I'm gonna get it before it goes, but I have the other one, so it's like there's not a big sense of urgency there.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just name a couple without having to get all like whatever, but I mean, it's like I want Nightmare Before Christmas. I want, on the Disney side, probably the stuff you'd expect that I'd want.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Was Snow White this year? Or was that last year?
I think it was last year.
It was last year.
I still need that.
I just saw at Toys R Us.
I'm kind of doing the backlog of retirement stuff. Like I still need the Avengers tower. Like my head's really more in like get stuff before it retires mode.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Are you interested in that Lego Ideas Mickey Mouse? You know, the one with the Fantasia
Hands and everything. Yeah.
I
As
saw
soon
it.
as
The
it's
box
40%
looks pretty
off,
small.
yeah. As soon as that,
40% off.
I want the figures more than the build on that one. I
want the figures. Yeah.
I don't
They're
love.
new
I'll
figures.
build it, but I don't love it. And I've seen it built. I think the eyes look weird. Eyes are tough.
Eyes are tough.
But yeah, is there something I really was like? I would get. I mean, there's just some stuff. Here's what's been good, I guess. Unfortunately, I'm not the big Lord of the Rings guy, so I'm happy for my bros that are, but like I'm lucky that I don't need Barad-dûr, or however you say it.
Barad-dûr,
I respect it. I'm happy for those guys. And there was other couple, you know, girthy boys that came out $400 or $500 sets that I'm like, whew, I don't have any. Thank you. Thank you for sparing me.
Rivendell, yeah.
But you just heard from my backlog of stuff from the last few years. I mean, I got quite a bit to bite off before I even start thinking about sets that aren't in peril yet from retiring.
Oh, thanks.
So sorry for this kind of boring answer, but
no. Yeah, I know the. Oh, go ahead, Harold.
Oh, are you still searching for that Imperial flagship?
Imperial flagship.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. Like
the shuttle.
Oh no, the ship, the sail ship.
Like the pirate ship.
I remember you made a comment about it. Like, oh man, it's not like $1,200 worth.
I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about. Star Wars or
no? I think it was a creator set.
Oh.
It was a full like
pirate ship.
Yeah, it was like a pirate ship.
I've had that. I got that like very soon after release. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Barracuda Bay. I have that. Yeah.
Is it that one?
Oh, I thought you were looking for that the flagship. My bad.
Pull up a picture.
Oh, by the way, there's other little sneaky ones that went by related to ships. I definitely got to get that Jaws at some point.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, we were quasi about that too, but then when it actually came, it was actually cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Which you guys are reminding me, we got to, as soon as we get, I think December releases, everybody will start doing their end of year thing. It'll be good to see stuff that we've covered and forgotten about. Cause you guys know, I mean, covering this stuff, it all just kind of blurs together.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously, if you would have told me Snow White was this year, I would have been like, all right. Before I would have known.
You're going to do it.
Came out. It's
softy.
Yeah.
You're going to do a 2024 draft of your best sets fives. Draft. Get the crew together, right?
Yeah, I think we should do. Yeah, but I've learned though, you really do got to like break up the price points just to make it fair. So it almost feel like
the small, medium,
Gotta do a girth
because then the big ones are going to win no matter what.
I mean, we have had some stuff where some of the people, because we would set up a poll and let people vote. Some people are being respectful and going like factoring in the value for money. We have had some lower price things sneak through, but it's like if you do Battle of the UCS, it's like who's going to take whatever it is, even if it's a really good TIE fighter, nobody's going to take that over a friggin' Falcon or something. You know what I mean? Like they're just not.
Yeah.
So you got to make it at least a little bit fair. But yeah, I mean, look, honestly, the only one I was going to go out and buy like day one of that magnitude would have been Barge and
Sail Barge.
That was a
when
really.
Did that come out like spring?
No, it just came out.
Oh yeah,
October.
End of summer.
October 3rd, I think.
Right,
yeah,
or 3rd.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
We're ready for our next segment.
Share your stories. Share your stories. Share your stories. Weekly recap.
Weekly recap.
We've been sharing a lot of stories.
Nick will usually remind me what I know, right? That's what I feel too. But this is the more immediate, and Nick usually.
Well, you kind of touched on it at the beginning of the show with Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
And so Hayden wants to be a Ghostbuster this year because two of his buddies are also going to be Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So, and with these Ghostbuster costumes, you can choose to be the different characters. Like,
that's
there's
awesome.
a Spangler, there's a Stance.
Yeah. So here's Hayden coming home from Party City or Halloween City with his whole gear of,
Was
So
that
it comes
all
with
in
a proton.
stock?
Huh?
did you
No,
have
the
to-
proton pack. The proton
Sold
pack is
separately?
extra.
It's so I know, and so I didn't realize it was
All right, you shoot
the
straight.
blow-
What is something like that? What's that whole setup run? What is that?
So the blow up proton pack was like $24.
Yep.
And then the outfit itself was another
The
30.
Yeah, the whole thing came out to 65.
Indulgent. And I'm like, buddy, we have like a Naruto outfit. But anyways, the kid's happier. I don't know.
That's
I
not
don't
bad
know.
though.
I mean,
that's like
right.
It's not
40
bad.
in real money.
And
you know?
I think it fits me.
Canadian, yeah. I mean, American, it's a lot cheaper than.
Yeah.
But it's.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
a
sure
Party
it's still
City.
65 here somehow. I don't know.
Basketball.
I don't know. It's gone up here. No, but the reason I
And
asked,
then it's
pretty
not like
robust. I think
too
that's nice.
scary of a
I'm always just quizzical
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that.
the proton pack is. The proton pack is it's a blow up.
Yeah.
So it's light. So
Yeah.
when he goes around, so
And he wants to bring it for school. They have like a dance-a-thon or something for Halloween. They're bringing that back to school, which is
That's
kind of
awesome.
cute. And if him and his buddies are like all Ghostbusters, I think that'll be a memorable thing for him, right?
but I'm like, you got to get a fourth buddy so you can be the 4 Ghostbusters.
oh, I thought he had a fourth one. No,
So
Well, there's just 3 of them.
he's trying to convince the
yeah.
fourth. Yeah.
So I've talked about my daughter, but I'd tell you about my son's costume. I don't think specifically. So Bluey, right? They're in their Bluey phase right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so he's not Bluey though. He's Bingo. And originally, I think maybe in his 3-year-old mind they were going to go together and be the siblings, but it turns out he's like it's kind of like him being Robin by himself.
Yeah.
Most people don't know, but it's gonna be
That's so
funny to
sweet.
tell him. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but he's
Yeah,
running
yeah,
around
yeah.
as the female sort of second banana character for his
Yeah.
first. This is like his first, I would say, like semi-serious Halloween where he'll, I don't know if I'm the 3, but like he's really
Yeah.
enjoying this.
How old is your son now?
3.
3, okay.
Oh, it's so sweet.
So
But-
yeah.
Like that's his perception of world, right? It's like I'm the younger, so
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
cute.
I mean, he's here you go. That's him at that festival there.
Oh, cute. I know,
Munching on
anything,
candy.
right?
We're gonna have to
The
break that habit again.
The costumes are still cute. They're still very innocent, right?
Yeah.
It's not like gory or anything like
So
that.
plushy.
Yeah.
But even like the last few years, like even like the middle guy and Hayden, they wanted those inflatable kind of costumes.
Yeah.
So our middle guy, he had like there's one costume where you're like an alien that you're abducting a human.
Mhm.
So you blow up this big
the
human
inflatable
behind
one?
you and you get dragged around. So he went around that
Yeah.
way or like wearing a bear costume where you're like piggybacking on the bear, but you're the human piggybacking him. So we have like a collection of things like that somewhere in the house now. But I want to be one of those sumo wrestlers.
Well,
Nobody wants to be a sumo wrestler with me.
Yeah, I think we did the family matchy match thing, and this year it just kind of deviated, and I'm kind of like, I don't mind just wearing a shirt and following them around. I don't necessarily need to have the whole, because I think when they were going to be the 2 siblings, I think I was just going to wear the dad's. They made a shirt, that's just like his belly or whatever, like whatever his torso print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was gonna do the mom, and then like we're just gonna walk around, and that would be fine, But then, I'm like, we're good. So
Yeah. Well, last year Nick had a hot dog outfit, and we had Hayden wear the hot dog outfit, and I'm like, "Where's the hot dog outfit? You could totally you're taller for this now. You could totally wear it. I don't know where it is. Where is that, Nick? Maybe I
it's in my closet.
But someone earlier mentioned here when I was talking about costumes for work, I think it was Clever, and he's like, maybe be Death. Like I have a Death Reaper at the hospital, which is again sensitive topic, but I actually have a Death Reaper costume just for those who. Tristan made me like
that's very serious. Wow.
And I have a
serious
scythe
too.
because
Oh my
Tristan
God.
made me a scythe for Mother's Day because they know I like this dark stuff. So,
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, but I can't walk around like that.
Shout out
I
to
might-
Papa
I
Trip
might be
for stopping
spoken
by.
to.
Yeah.
Trip, right? So, but yeah, Halloween. I think this year, usually Thursday nights, it's going to be Thursday. It's going to rain again. Is the
Oh, is it?
forecast?
Is it?
Usually
It
Hayden
always
has
rains on Halloween for some reason.
basketball,
Oh, it
but
is
they're
raining.
not canceling basketball. But of course, we want to take him trick or treating, so we're going to miss basketball.
The coach said that if anyone doesn't show up for a basketball on Halloween, they can't play on Saturday.
No,
I
he
think he's
did
just
not. Okay. But we're gonna go with my best friend and her son.
It's
So
like back
I
in the
feel
day,
like,
you could get away with that. You'd have a
I
damn
know.
yeah,
social media campaign if you did that against you.
I know.
So we're
Yeah.
probably going to go on late next. I haven't figured out next week yet, but again, I don't want to
Mm.
miss one. So I'm like, maybe we just do like.
All right, your show's on
Thursday.
Halloween.
Thursday.
yeah.
So I think we'll just do like a 10 or something and do like a couple hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
guys dressing up on your show?
I didn't really get anything, so I don't know.
Oh.
So no, as of current.
You still have time. You still have time. There's like
I mean, if you're
weekend.
saying there's 60% off, I'll throw like a Sonic
Yeah.
mask over my face. I don't-
right? I think things are gonna go in clearance.
By the
I
way,
think
it's not- I just picked Sonic. I don't necessarily want to do that, but if it's $4,
When you said that, I'm like, oh, he's into Sonic.
I'm into Sonic at
Interesting.
85% off, but otherwise,
Knuckles.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
Harold, how was your week?
It was pretty good. I mean, I took the last couple days off, but this weekend is Brick Universe, so
Oh, right,
I
yes.
actually just drove back, setting up for that.
Oh,
I didn't
gosh.
realize it took me all day. I think I was just like this gallivanting, talking to people that I haven't
Yeah.
seen in
Oh,
months.
cool.
But
So you're bringing your castle.
It's
yeah,
there.
so as you can see, there's no castle in this room.
Yeah. It's already
Oh, it's
transported.
already there.
No,
Oh,
I forgot that's the thing. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Are you
yeah.
frozen?
you sound great.
Yeah, I'm
you look
frozen.
terrible, but you sound great.
You know.
Just lifting everything again. But yeah, so Brick Universe, it's just a 1-day event, so I'll be there in 7 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, starts at 8, but I have to leave at around like 6 o'clock to be there.
There's a
But
thing
Oh,
in
wow.
Greenville, just to plug our friend Ryan. He's got I think the 3rd and 4th in Greenville next November. He's
Okay.
he's going to be at a thing there. I believe he said, he's going to be bringing. He has every Star Wars figure now. I think he's going to display that. He's going to have his merch store, and then he's going to do a meet and greet. I'm going to try to pop in. It's only like an hour or something from here. I hopefully can pop in and just
cool.
say what's up. I'm not going to do the full
Yeah, Jay.
experience.
Yeah.
But I would like to pop in and say hi.
Okay. No,
But
that's cool.
from what I hear, it's a pretty decently run, one of the better shows, compared to some of the ones that are not.
Brickfest Live.
How far is
Yeah.
it from you?
Oh,
Like
Brick
it's,
Fest
half an
Live.
hour?
About an hour, but
Okay.
the challenge is mobilizing and
Yeah, for sure.
Harold,
Always.
try dropping out and coming back in
I
and
was
see if
going
your
to.
camera
Hold
I
fits.
thought it was like Halloween ghost right now. Was his look? Maybe he's there invisibly.
maybe Art got him or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah.
No, go ahead. Oh, you just had a stationery. You came back from
Yeah,
a stationery show?
You know, Shauna, like the paper, the ink, the pen, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And actually, Toronto
yeah.
had their big stage show like last weekend, so I'm able to like find girlfriends now to go with me, and it was nuts because the weather was so beautiful last weekend, and people were more than willing to like line up, and they actually had a second show. This is the second show this year. The last couple of years with COVID and stuff like that, it was like a one time. It was a timed entry.
Pent up pen aggression going on. Some pent up pen aggression.
Maybe,
What's the name of the event? Is the name of the event?
Toronto, yeah,
Ink World Toronto. What is?
not quite, but this
You
coming
need to
Sunday,
make
I'm
that,
actually
Maria.
going.
Let's start that if there's a
I
market.
could but actually this Sunday I'm going to the Toronto Pen Show, and that one's like a legitimate, like very big. It's international, and
It's like, oh,
I know. By the way, this is what I'm happening. It's like back-to-back events, but it's funny because like.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, is there a discussion beforehand of like you know, budgets, or are you just like, how does that work? Like, because I mean, you guys, wives, you know, we have our weird Lego thing. So Nick, do you reach over and say like, look, the $300 pen's the max? Like, how does this go? Like, I need to know the pen.
feel like
I don't even know. I don't even know.
he doesn't know. I feel
what
like
she
Nick, I'm
has.
gonna do like a ton of overtime and just like, you know, just go with. And that said, like I'm like yourself, right? I'm more careful about the pen selections I'm buying as I'm getting older. Like I'm running out of space. I'm being mindful of what am I really going to use. A lot of my pens I don't use. They're really pure in-box mint condition.
They don't.
Yeah,
they're not-
collectibles.
And
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
And I do have a pencil case and I carry like a bunch of pens with me and they're like thousands of dollars that I carry. Right? It's like a bit ridiculous at this point. But I do use 5 in rotation. How many pens can a person actually use? But I have 5 in rotation. But you know, I
kind of
should
weird with pens now because I use them so infrequently that like,
yeah,
you know what I
handwriting,
mean?
like
Like I type
writing is
every.
like an art form, right?
Mm.
And
Oh, it is. I'm not like proud of it. It's just it's the world we're in now. I mean,
it's rare. It's
geez, I
rare.
mean,
No,
you
for
barely
sure.
sign your signature for, you know, meals and stuff anymore.
Our 2 older kids don't even know cursive, right? So for them to like design a signature, I'm like telling them you have to design a signature. And so our oldest one, he just like
Here,
chicken
use
scratches
this.
his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like put your fingerprint on it again.
Or even
something.
reading script. I don't even know if they can read script.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I enjoy it. My dad was an avid pen user. He had beautiful handwriting, and I feel like I grew up watching him. And I
That's
wish,
cool.
honestly, I wish I had more of his things that he had handwriting stuff on. I wish I had more of that, and I actually don't. You know, when I look back and things like that. So I enjoy writing. I feel like I like the act of journaling. It's like my sort of time off from the world.
Mhm.
And I try to catch up on stuff like that whenever I can. But I do enjoy these pen shows, and it's not like I go there with like I have an intention to buy things. I'm really just curious about all
What's
the
out
other
there?
all the other people who are like in my cult, right?
Oh.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
You talk to other people there?
not really. I'm very shy, right? And I'm just
Shout out to
curious.
Shy.
Yeah, shout out to Shy. But you know, it's like I get excited for pens and inks, that there's a whole world out there too who are excited for pens and inks, and I have at this point too many. Like I'm never gonna complete my I'm never going to finish my products in this lifetime. So I really have to stop or really minimize or be very, very, very selective with what I purchase at this point in my life. But I do enjoy it and I use it, and I have all sorts of paraphernalia that go with pen, inks, and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
even the pen world, right? If you ever just go the pen shows of the world, it's like every single month of the year there is something. Washington D.C., New York City,
It travels.
Chicago, like we used to be in marathons, and we used to run around on marathons and like travel sort of different cities. I could chase pen shows. And so this is the Toronto Pen Show. It's a huge event, but I would love to go to the Washington DC one. That one's
But there's
humongous.
different pens at these
Different-
different
well, I
What
think
when you
maybe
say huge, what's the draw, Maria, like scale to like a brick wall? Is it a hall that big?
Yeah, it could be a hall that big, lots of vendors who bring it, and
Mm.
it could be people who are nib what's it called? They chisel the nib for you. So they could be like their own company like that.
It's like a wedding show.
It's like a wedding show.
When you would go to
right? And
those
it's like
before.
pens like pen cases.
Macro.
People who do woodwork, right? And like how to display your pens. It's a whole crazy, like any kind of conventions. Like the race conventions, there's pen conventions and
That's
all
true,
sorts
yeah.
of that draw
Car
people in,
convention,
and some of them go for 4 days straight. It's like an
Wow.
AFOL thing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
fascinating.
the Saturday, Sunday. It
I like
is, and I mean, I think Washington's one of the bigger ones,
I
and
guess
would
with
love to do
every fandom, there's
something.
like that.
Yeah, and I think
There's somebody
our
out there getting
generation,
them all together. Yeah.
I think our generation, we're lucky, or we're a bit more of the indulgence, or there's something about us that we want to collect and hoard versus our parents'
our
time.
generation, the Gen Xers.
My dad was a collector too, so I don't know whether my collectionness is from my dad or that hoardingness, but I know my grandparents didn't. You know what I mean? Like again, it's like we are.
I don't think our kids are that whole collecting.
I think our
generation.
kids are going to be back to minimalists.
Like Gen Alpha, Gen Z.
Right?
I don't know. I don't think they're so much into collecting.
Our older guys, they like anime, so they have like some figures in the rooms right now that they're, when they're getting like Christmas money or whatever, they'll save up money to buy specific figures. And I don't know. Is it like if you're from a collector family, do you become a collector yourself? I don't know.
But my
I still
parents
think
weren't collectors.
digital is coming through, and I mean, it's still early days, but the digital collectible space, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being more coveted and practical for them, and maybe seeing what we're doing by having all this stuff all around. Maybe they're like, I think
it scares our kids that we're like, these are yours, and they're like,
yeah. People like to collect, like it's human nature, but I think there's obviously varying degrees of obsession, being
like
obsessed
I think our middle guy, there's something online that he likes to collect these cards, like, but they're online, right? And then he gets happy that when he does a spin, there's like a rare card that he gets, and he's excited about being able to get that. And I'm like, but where do you put it? And it's just there, right? But again, it's like everybody has a different
look at your
perception
account, and it's like a flex, like it's actually very smart, because you can carry your whole collection in your pocket now. It's pretty cool.
No, for sure.
But then again, like the internet could be like, okay, we're just gonna snap our fingers and all that disappears. Whereas like, we have it in hand.
Knock wood, a fire can take this all, right?
So I mean, you could argue his stuff is a little more secure. Plus, you could screenshot it, put it on a thumb drive, But then it's like, But that's like a 9-hour conversation. But I think but I'm very. I mean, I predicted this would be what would happen. This whole digital collectible space, but it's still not even. To me, it's not. They went a little too hard, too fast with NFTs and stuff. But like something like that is going to be real sticky. We just need the Coke and Pepsi version of it, and I don't think we have it yet. It's like very accessible for the masses.
But even things like what's it called? The video game Fortnite, right? Sometimes they'll have collaboration with like Gucci, even, or like high luxury brands. It's like, oh, I gotta buy this Gucci hat for my character.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where they're right. Whereas we would go buy a set or a figure in our day or whatever.
Or the Gucci hat.
Or the actual
physical Gucci hat. They would rather get it in game.
Yeah. It's a different outlook for sure.
What's going on, Todd?
I don't know what happened to Harold.
Harold,
maybe Art got him.
Is he ghosting us?
Have you been watching The Penguin, or?
You know what? I started it. I did the first 1 or 2, and I really liked it. I think there's more out now. I need to get back to it. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's getting even better. Like
the last 2 episodes have gone really good.
Like the first 2, I'm like, okay, this is good, but like I wasn't like super into it, and now it's like,
well, good. I'm in for a treat because I really enjoyed what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Because Maria just caught. Because I was telling her, oh, you got to watch the last 2 episodes, and so she just caught up.
What's funny about this guy is he wants me to watch it after he watches it, and he kind of watches my reaction. And then he'll say something like, "Oh, I forgot about that detail."
Is that a husband thing, or is that just a me thing?
Maybe it's a you thing, and then I feel like he wasn't really paying attention to the first time he watched it, because like, oh, I get it now.
I don't know. When I like something, I want to see if you like it too.
Yeah.
So we're talking about The Penguin.
Well, we watch you watch something. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, The Penguin. I finished Agatha.
Did you start it? Oh, I haven't done that yet. I'm like 2 episodes.
But there's one more episode.
One more.
That's finished. I thought it was done.
No, there's. What do you think about it here? Because I know you watched.
I don't know that I care to. I don't know. There's so many things competing right now.
There is so many shows. I still want to finish Shogun, for example. That's like,
oh gosh,
Nick keeps telling me to watch this new show, and
yeah,
I can't even veer.
Shogun's good. I mean, I don't want to give any spoilers. I think I can say this. For me, it kind of fizzled at the end a little bit, but.
Oh really? You finished it? Okay.
Yeah, I got shows with, but you need to watch it. But that's my opinion. A lot of people loved it. For me, it was a little.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it back.
Intrigued by the fact.
I will watch.
Yeah,
I'll watch
I was intrigued by the.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. In the beginning, like I didn't realize all the trade that was happening globally. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to think like things just only happened in the last century or so, but it's crazy to me that you have these Portuguese traders over in Japan and also competing, you know, like everybody was already everywhere from the beginning of time. Is something sort of like we have to think about, and the mix of bloodlines, like the mix of it's and the fact that there was no translator, there's no Google Translate, you know, like I have friends who go to Japan every year, can't speak a word of Japan, but they could like read everything because of Google Translate and move through the world so easily. Like, that's why Heather goes every single year. And she's like, yep, I just read everything and I know what my pricing is. And I don't have to talk to anybody.
Like screenshot something and then
you have Google Translate and it just like scans for you and then it translates for you. Right?
So, Google, I think it's Google Lens. You just open your camera and it'll.
And then you go over like the.
I don't think you have to. Yeah, you don't even have to take the shot. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so, but like once upon a time, it's like you don't understand anybody. It's like off with your head, done. Right? And
I remember I was with my dad in Germany, and like this is like I think in the 90s where it was like, you know, for a kid who'd heard so much stuff there, was a little more nervous than I am now going there, I would say. Yeah. And so my dad and I get on this train and I don't know, we're going like 2-3 hours somewhere. I think we're leaving Dusseldorf, going to Cologne or whatever. And the whatever they call it, the ticket taker guy, you know, the guy that goes through up and down the aisles to verify you've paid or whatever comes through. And he's like, tickets, please, you know, and Dad gives it to him and he starts saying something to him and you could tell he's not happy. And then my dad is actually, like, he's fluent in Spanish and a little bit of other stuff. In fact, he was a Spanish teacher. So like he's, you know, I knew I had a good guy to go do Europe with, but German was like his weakest. And so he's like kind of arguing with him a little bit and it's getting like weirdly heated. Not like level 10, nothing close, but a 3 to a 4. And I'm just like, what is happening? And so what ended up happening was my dad, you know, we also have our guards up going international. You don't want to get ripped off. And so what happened was the guy, I forget the exact denominations, but it was something like this. He thought the guy was saying we owed him the equivalent of $50. But it turns out he was really just saying it was 5. You know, whatever. It was like, he misinterpreted the number and he blew the number up to something like crazy. And my dad's like, absolutely not. I'm not paying that. I know for a fact it's not that much, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You're trying to take advantage of me. And then it was funny because this guy went from like the stiffest, meanest looking guy. And then once they understood what it was, there was like a laugh and smaller. And he could see where we messed up because people do it because we misread a sign or whatever. And it was an innocent violation. We weren't trying to hitch a free ride. But it was like, it got pretty heated because my dad's like, I'm not, you know, we're not getting rolled by anybody. And I was like, okay. But anyways, my point of that story is, yes, that would have been helpful in that, like, you say this here.
Yeah, exactly. And I know like more and more people like speak English, right? Like in general, like we haven't been to Europe at all, but like that was like one of my hesitancy too. And especially like bringing the boys, it's like, I want to gallivant first on my own terms so that I know sort of the lay of the land anywhere I go before I take like my kids. But we'll see. Like, you know, they're keen on going like to places.
Yeah, I didn't have that option. I slept on like a bench somewhere one night because we could not find a hotel. So it was
wow. I know. I feel like in the 90s.
I was 18 or 20. I mean, I wasn't like still.
Right. Yeah. But still, I feel like then, like my parents too, right? We'd go to a country, but like you don't really pre-book a hotel. Like you don't have Expedia or I don't know, maybe you might be able to call them, but you're just thinking, oh, I'm going to get out of the airport and go to that Hyatt and say, hey, do you have room for tonight? Like that was like how my parents traveled, I think. Like, I think
no, I don't do that anymore.
Have changed so much. Yeah.
No, right? I need to taste the joint. I need to see the thumbnails. I need to really get in there.
Absolutely. But this is another, and the ratings and like what?
We getting a breakfast with this, or what are we doing here?
That's right. That's right. No, we got a lot of information totally in our fingertips. Totally. So
are we ready for our next segment?
Sure.
Which is it's time for show and tell.
Oh dang, almost didn't make it.
Oh, this is the jam right here.
Show and tell. Yeah, you almost didn't make it for show and tell at all. Oh, wrong one.
I know, I was having technical difficulties.
All right, show and tell. What do you got, Maria?
My first show and tell. My mom just came back from her cruise. She went down to Panama Canal, so it was like I think a 15-day cruise. She knows I love these Starbucks mugs. And so one of the countries that she was able to pop into was Antigua. And she remembered I did like a project on Antigua in grade 6. So she's like, I made sure that when I saw the Starbucks there, I went to go and look for a Starbucks mug. So I guess. So
what's the special picture for Antigua?
I'm not sure. I guess like they have their bird. There's a bird there. I'm not really sure. I think coffee. I think she said she also got
what's this
coffee
temple?
beans.
There's like a temple there.
Yep. I think it's maybe one of their
Indiana
civic
Jones
halls and everything. But yeah, she went to, I think, 8 countries and through the canal. It's the first time she went through the canal, but the friends that she went with, it was their second or third time through this cruise, and they just want to see the evolution of the Panama Canal. They keep on fixing it. They keep on improving it or fixing
There's something on the inside.
Oh, yeah. What was that? A Guatemala bird. I don't know. Guatemala, tiny little parrot bird.
Parrot?
Awesome.
So thanks, Mom. I am running out of space also for mugs. This is another collection I have, Sean.
Yeah,
when my kids move out, they each get at least 12 mugs. Like, here you go. Here's your housewarming gift. 12 mugs right away. Also, fall season. I don't know. I love pumpkin flavor. So I went to Marshall's today, and these things are going like for clearance. This thing was I added to like my coffee or my tea, and it just gives a little bit of sugar, although it says sugar free. But this one is pumpkin praline, and it's all of $3 Canadian, which is free in the US.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Sean, do you add anything?
I do like this. I mean, when you go to Starbucks and they have like their pumpkin spice latte, it's like things like this that they I want some syrup. So
this might surprise. Yeah, this might surprise people, but I'm not a coffee guy. I'm not really a big caffeine guy either. Can you imagine me on caffeine? It'd be insane.
I mean, I've actually been decaf for some time now because I've been having
gives me crazy
heart
headaches and heart palpitation. Yeah, I was early 20s. I was doing the coffee thing, and just one day it hit me really weird, and I was like,
ever since.
Yeah, I was like. And then I tried again. I'm like, yeah, something's, and I went and saw somebody over there. Like, yeah, just some people it doesn't jive with. So I'm like,
yeah.
There's mornings where I'm like envious, and it smells great, and I like coffee flavored stuff, and I'm like jealous in a way. And sometimes I will do a decaf when there's like a fun one when my wife goes or whatever. But
otherwise,
it's not for me. It's something that I just
no. I've drank coffee all my life, like literally since I was a toddler, but. I had to give it up the last few months. I kind of tease myself once in a while, again, when there's like people getting together, it's like, okay, I'll have a little small, but I feel it pretty much like,
getting old.
It's getting more sensitive. Yep. So anyways, those are my 2 really main show and tell, but this is going to last me for such a long time, but I do put it in teas, and a lot of my teas are also decaf.
Pumpkin tea?
I do like pumpkin.
Sean, do you have anything for show and tell?
I mean, I think... Well, I mean, the newest thing, I kind of just threw it up, but the absolute latest thing I got in was the Saber, and there's kind of a cool story on this.
Yeah.
So I guess just to continue a little bit of the barge story. So, when he got sent the set, I guess some of the land guys and gals got the Saber too, but he didn't. And so he's, it's kind of like, you're on your own for the G-dub. And I'm like, no problem. In my head, I'm like, even if it's an outrageous price, I'm going to pay it because I was fortunate enough to get the main event for free. So as a gift. And so I put an APB out with the Girth Gang, and I said, hey, if you guys, I didn't necessarily ask them individually. I just said, hey, if you guys are, I don't know, on Facebook or on eBay or wherever, and you see one at this sort of target price range, let me know. And turns out one of our dudes in the Discord, shout out to Walter Limited, and he has his own channel and stuff, and he's around. You've probably seen him. He just DM'd me, and he's like, I don't really care about the one I got with mine, and gave me a very, it wasn't free and it wasn't ultra cheap, but a very fair deal compared to what's going on with this. So I was able to get that part done.
Awesome.
I'll be seeing him tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Well, he's going to tell him I said what up. yeah. And then I guess, yeah, let me grab a couple things that are like kind of new. Hold on.
I remember the last time Sean did a show and tell, he showed his holy grail of the monorail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harold was on.
Yeah. The Minty monorail. Oh, it's botanicals.
Oh, hey, what?
So good.
Those botanicals, man.
Botanical.
Botanical.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
we've like Chrissy and I have been loving like Nicole's reels lately. Real like on
Yeah, she has
point.
funny ones.
So shout out to Nicole.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Botanical.
Such a clever play on
Oh, shout out to Nicole. By the way, what a flamethrower of a video she did with the F1 thing the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with pulling it.
Actual.
No, with the yeah.
Shout out to Nicole. Okay, so this was my latest. Like, I did get to go to so I think I mentioned mall in one of those Halloween multi-day excursions.
Yeah.
So I did get this because I didn't order the barge, right? This is only a Lego store exclusive, so I did get this.
Oh, with the pink droid.
Nice. Yeah, built it up right away. Cool. Did I already put that in?
Okay.
Yeah. Into our anniversary case. Shout out to Brickshell.
Cool.
But I did get to build this up, and I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping that similar to the Falcon diorama from last year, that hopefully towards the end some of these will go a little bit on sale, and I'd love to get more. I'm gonna get at least one more. 40 was a bit stiff for it, but like,
yeah,
you guys know me, I'm OT for life. I love this thing, and I know some people don't like these Stormies. I'm fine with them. I think the builds were fun. It was a really fun little. I don't feel ripped at 40, but sure, we all love it for less. But we did a little FPJ on this, and I was happy with it. And then,
nice.
I totally forgot because this was in the midst of like we were just getting back in and figuring stuff out. So this is Prime, the whatever they call it, the fall Prime Day now, right? I was able to grab this at 111, which was
oh cool.
Oh, that's the one Harold. Yeah, Harold got that one too.
So I got the Cal, that I'm gonna need for the, and I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I've got no.
Did you get the Princess Leia?
No, you're right. So that one I absolutely refuse. We all know that thing is going to be 50% off, and I'll do it. No, and I actually want. Listen, I want that set. I just can't. The hunt. I don't.
I got it at 30% off.
I would. What? On the right day, I would do that only because my daughter really wants to build it. And I want to build it with her. I think that'd be fun with the the Mr. Potato Head aspect. So I don't hate it. I really hate it at 100. And it's just you get a nose. You guys know this. All of you get a nose for when things are going to crater, and that one's absolutely it's like zero chance that thing's not going to. I mean, you already got it for 30% off. It's just you're burning cash if you don't know enough to know that set is doing terribly at that price point. So that's where I'm at on it, and I'm like, and it's kind of fun adding one to the thing every once in a while. So
new addition.
Yeah. So, but those are kind of just like what's around. But I will say the coolest thing is because I've moved back in, a lot of this is like new to me.
Oh,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Not to say, oh, I have that, but you weren't like, I don't think I've opened anything and forgot I've had it.
Yeah.
But what is it? What am I trying to say? You once you see it, you're like, you had it, but you forgot. I don't know how to explain it, but you're like, oh yeah, I do have that. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I missed that.
Whenever I open up
like you're not shocked that you had it, but you're shocked that it was behind that box.
Yeah. I have to keep a list now.
I'm not gonna grab it, but this one was surprising. And again, I knew I bought it. It's just I haven't seen it since I moved here because reasons. And like the Lego store, from one of those designer program things, the good one, the big
Bricklink Designer
one.
program.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
I can't wait to. I can't like once I'm done with.
Oh, you
this-
got that one.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and that one's like shot up and whatever, and it's not even about that. I wanted it. I'm gonna build it, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I have that too. That's cool. You forget. Like,
Yeah.
Nice. Harold, what about you?
Harold.
Wow. I got that magnet thing.
I need to
Oh,
get that. Yeah.
Oh,
I know
Was
a lot
that
of
an
people didn't
insider
like it,
thing?
but
Was
this
it
thing is quick.
Insider?
Oh, say again? Yeah, the Insider points.
Insider.
I forgot
I
how
feel
much
like
it
I got
was.
the button of that earlier this year, right? Or something, a
yeah,
coin.
I thought
Oh,
so
yeah,
too.
there was a coin with it.
Yeah, the coin.
Yeah.
Do I have that? Damn. I have it like right over
Look at
here.
that poster too. That's another example. So
Right.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that one.
Yeah.
My May the 4th box, right?
Yeah.
I didn't open it. I opened it. I'm like, oh yeah, I have that poster, and that
Yeah.
poster went pretty fast. So now I gotta
Yeah.
get that.
Oh
framed.
yeah, that poster went by really fast.
Did
So-
you frame that poster, Harold?
I did. I don't know where's that.
Harold, dude, could you do me a solid? And for the life of me, can you send me or just post it here what size frame I need? Because it is like impossible to figure out.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll DM you. It's on my Amazon account because I got it there.
Send it, I'll buy the exact one. Dude, because it's one of those in between sizes. I don't know if you
It
experienced
is.
it.
It's an
Okay.
offshoot.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
maybe
got
I'll
you.
have to do a little adjusting, but yeah.
So I did some
Mhm, mhm.
building. Some of you guys saw on my Instagram
Okay.
account, but it's huge.
Oh, this old little thing.
Yeah, this little thing. Yeah.
Damn.
Nice building. Wow.
That's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it lights up and
Holy moly.
everything like that.
He said I did
That
some
looks
building.
cool. Yeah,
Proceed.
Some
exactly.
building. It's like,
How many pieces are in
Some
there?
building.
5?
bro, I don't even know. But this took me 2 days to build. I think I showed Nick, but this was like an old, what was it, like 2015 build I did, but at a smaller scale. So
That's
I wanted to
awesome.
come back to it and stuff.
That's sick.
Yeah, but this is like going to expand the castle that I already made. Funny thing with the castle, when I packed it up in my car, I was kind of like, how am I going to expand the castle and fit this all in my super?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
So-
there's like that's your limiting factor.
So you're bringing this to Brick Universe, this addition to your castle. You're bringing that.
No,
for
so this
tomorrow.
is just the top. This is I have 4 48 by 48 as the base, and it's gonna sit right on top of it.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah, go big or go
Yeah.
big.
Go big or go home.
Go bigger, go bigger.
Yeah.
You know
But
how
yeah,
I
Cool, that
been
sounds nice.
working on this. Probably make the base maybe after Brick Universe, and maybe if I'm able to, I'll display it at Work Fair.
Chicago? Oh, not Chicago.
It's not gonna survive the trip. I have to drive up there. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for this week.
Cool.
Very good.
Yeah, pretty late.
I did a lot of building this week.
Yeah, I don't know
actually.
how you were able. Oh, you had.
That's crazy.
I had
Last week you
2
didn't
days
do
off.
Yeah, you had 2 days off.
barely any building.
Oh, so the first thing I want to show was where
I
was
love when
gonna
he does
put
room
the-
cam. It's my favorite.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know
So-
what's in this room.
So last week I built the Fortnite guy. And
Mm.
so you guys. were
Oh
like,
yeah, Peely.
So
Like,
he's
look,
up
it's so
here
sad
now.
he's there. I can't even
Kinda
see
like
him.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but now he's the.
Ria's been in there 4 times. She hasn't seen this.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I like this guy, but I don't.
Bone is up here now.
I don't
I
encourage
know,
him to
so
put
I
it in my
didn't pick him
bookshelf.
up. I should have picked him up during double VIP.
We can
But,
have a character called Peely Bone, but we can't have like, actual guns and stuff. It's interesting.
So speaking of the Princess Leia set, this is what I built this week.
Oh well, I hope I didn't insult you by saying I wasn't going full price. Oh, you got 30%. You said that.
30%, yeah.
Yeah, 30% off.
So I like these guys.
Droid Bex.
I'm not gonna have them with their costumes though.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot they had costumes.
they're so cute.
I think
So
you
this
should,
guy
dude.
gets-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let me at
something
least
different.
Instagram them.
and then this guy gets a ducky.
That's
Dude.
so
You have to take
cute.
off the bottom to stick.
See, now you're making me want
Oh,
You just say the kids when you go.
This is bad.
Wait, you have to remove the bottom part for the ducky?
Yeah,
Like the legs?
you just gotta take off.
All right, I'm buying it tomorrow. Damn it.
This is $100.
And then this guy gets like a top hat.
Yep. Well,
Get the
you can
top
do.
hat.
Can you
Oh,
can
dang,
you
he
do
has
the parts on
top
any of them or no?
Yeah, you could.
You could
You
interchange
can
them.
mix- you can
That's
mix and
cute.
match the tie on anyone. So it is like
I just didn't know if the hat would go on him with his little, whatever's on his head there.
Yeah, the hat works on everyone.
Okay.
And then this guy also gets glasses.
Nice.
Oh my god. What is this?
So he's like
I don't know. I think that's way better than the
Yeah.
without it.
because I just like having different size droids and have them like all beside each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, seeing
just
it
for
like
my-
right now,
my
it is
collection.
kind of cool.
And then
Look at the box.
the girl has like a
Do
like
so
a
well.
flower hat. The builds are cool, like these little accessories. How they built everything.
They seem to go
Sunglasses.
on pretty easy, and you're doing it one-handed too. So yeah.
She gets sunglasses,
Yeah.
and then she gets like a
That's so cute.
bow tie.
Now, where's her pen? Can you get her? A pen?
Yeah.
Where is her pen?
Hey, just because she's wearing pink?
And then Chopper
Papa.
has a cowboy hat. The cowboy hat looks pretty cool. This build for the
Yeah,
cowboy
the
hat.
build's actually
And the
like kind of
colors.
cool.
So it's either a
that a
cowboy
Mario
hat,
hat in the back?
or a baseball cap.
What was this Canadian? 120, Nick?
Like full price.
Yeah.
FPJ.
Oh, that's
probably.
Ash Ketchum's hat.
130. And then 30% off.
And then also a mustache.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
guess
Mario.
The
Mario.
mustache is, I guess, yeah, Mario mustache or the cowboy mustache.
Yeah.
So these are the costumes, but yeah, you can put them on anyone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely fits him.
The hats can go on anyone. So
I say display them with the costumes.
and then this is the Princess Leia figure. I still haven't opened up my anniversary set. I'm waiting to get all of them out, and then once I get all the figures, I'll see what number I get for. Those are numbered too, right, Sean? The anniversary sets.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, they're numbered.
Yep.
And then the next set I built was
Is this a
Jurassic World. The Stegosaurus. I was excited about the Stegosaurus because I don't have a Stegosaurus yet.
Is it an old set, Nick, or you just got it to?
It was 25. This was 25% off at Toys R Us. So this was
30.
30, and then this was 25.
Yeah, that one's probably 2-3 months old. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Do
2024.
you still have space for your dinosaurs?
Yeah. So there was 2 sets that I got. This other set too was Allosaurus, I guess it's called.
Okay.
And so it opens up like that.
Ooh, you just killed the
Beautiful.
people.
And so
I do like
That's
his
better than what
dinosaurs.
he's gonna do to him. So
you get a blue dinosaur. I
that's
buy
awesome.
these just for the,
I'm
just for the
definitely getting
dinosaurs.
these too. Yeah, no, I'm a big dino guy too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah,
like
the
these.
Stegosaurus looks cool.
Yeah.
How much do these go by themselves, like at Bricklink?
Once they retire, they go up in price.
Yeah, they pretty much become almost 75% of the set. Like
Wow.
Yeah.
especially if it's
Like,
a
I know-
one-of-one. Like they've never made a Stego before. That's
Yeah,
gonna go up.
yeah. That makes sense.
The Allosaurus, I don't think both of those are new, actually. Right?
Sean was looking. I remember you were looking at the white. I forgot the real name.
I
but
got
the,
it, yeah.
The white
Oh, cool.
T-Rex.
We lost Harold, guys. Did he pop out?
He dropped.
Oh.
He'll probably come back.
I got the Indominus Rex.
what
I
it
got
is.
that last year.
Dominus Rex,
Brick
yeah.
World 23 at the
Oh, you did?
yard sale. Yeah, that set
Oh,
was
no
going
way.
$500, $600, $700. The guy took like, I want to say $225 for it, so I bought it.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so it's once they retire and
Mm,
there's not another dinosaur like that,
mm.
they go up. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, Maria, there's a couple like that one is. Indominus is over 100 usually, sometimes way higher. So it just depends. Especially if they
Yeah.
put one, if they put one behind a set that's like 250, like a expensive set to begin with, and there's an exclusive dino in there, they already know like whoever's willing to part with that's gonna they're gonna want to get the value of the set pretty much out of it.
Right. And this is it, right? Like about collecting, like usually like we buy our Lego, it's really for our fun. Like we have no vested interest right now to ever sell, right? I'm always just curious, but
one day somebody will.
But like
maybe not you guys, but
but like a long time ago, like Princess Amidala, like they came up with these beautiful dolls, and I was just in love with her costumes, and I have a whole collection of those dolls too. But every time I go to like fan expos or other like toy conventions, like they haven't really gotten any more in pricing. Like I'm pretty surprised
they made
so elaborate
many, and people
so many.
They made so many in the film. As I try to tell these youngins who don't believe me, it just wasn't well regarded at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, episode 1.
Yeah, everybody hated it when it came out.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. I mean, I'm sorry. People like hate they when I bring it up, they're like, "No way, it's not possible." And I'm like, "Okay." Like I lived.
There was a lot of Jar Jar hate.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people with the dialogue. I mean, there was a lot of problems. You're going through this right now, but I mean, we did this thing. I have this thing where I think the sequels are going to rebound also. Similar to how the prequels did. We'll see how time will tell.
Yeah.
Because there are kids that
so this is the
10, and they're gonna like it now. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's right. I think the last time you were on, I was saying that Hayden's favorite movies are the sequels, and I think you said your daughter likes the sequels too, and she likes Rey.
Yeah,
and so
there's gonna be a lot like
these guys
that.
Get in their 20s. It's gonna change. This van's pretty cool. I don't know what this thing underneath is, but it looks like it's some sort of like
the bathtub
tank, like a bathtub.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe it's to
what it is.
Cleanse the dino. I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's too small for the dino to go in there, right?
It's probably part of the show because these characters here are not from Jurassic
World. Oh, Camp Cretaceous.
Chaos Theory. Yeah. It's Chaos Theory.
Yeah. Is it? So.
It was.
I don't know how
Cretaceous, but now they've grown up.
Oh, they're grown up now.
Oh, gotcha. Is that so?
I haven't watched.
They're not teenagers anymore.
No, so they were teenagers, but now they're like. Fast forwarded, I want to say I haven't watched the new one yet, but I want to say like they're definitely. I feel like young 20s now, so it advanced like maybe 6-8 years or something in the story. Yeah. Actually, it might be just the current day because what I loved about that series was it took place on the other side of the island when Jurassic World was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like Claire pops in and stuff. Yeah, it's
that was great.
It's if you're into Jurassic, it is a bit kiddie in the way that like Clone Wars was, but it's still a good watch if you're into the lore and stuff. So
yeah.
But
my son loves it.
I do like this van. I was gonna
take it apart. There's no doubt. I love both sets, and honestly, it'll never. It's one of those things. The semi on that is incredible, and it'll never get old.
Yeah, it's a good Optimus Prime type truck.
Does it transform?
It'll never get old to me to have a Dino Transport. I know they've probably done like 3 or 4 of them now, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. That's a heater too.
And then the last set, I was surprised, but this school bus is pretty cool.
Wow.
I was first iffy about
the balloon,
but the balloon's cool too. Just from the
Nick,
box,
are you a
I was
Fortnite
like,
guy, or you just got it because you like it?
I'm not.
I'm not a Fortnite guy.
I got it for the minifigures, but then after building the school, bus,
I'll definitely get it before it goes. Yeah, that's a heater.
Cool.
Yeah. I played it for like 10 minutes when it was hot. I don't really care about it, but that's a really cool set. Yeah.
Where are you gonna put this?
So to display it, I might have to take off the balloons.
It's conflicted, guys.
No, you can't. You have to display it on the ceiling.
I think I'm gonna try to.
No, I don't know.
The only way you can display it.
It's getting tight. That's getting tight, Nick.
But yeah,
the battle bus. It belongs in the air.
The bus fits all 9 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Brick Warriors actually has like some banger accessories for that too.
Oh, cool.
So here's the
Inside. Interior.
So there's 9 seats in there.
All right.
All these minifigures are really nice too.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
didn't
Yeah,
realize
it's
this
very
is a cost-
cool.
Oh, it's fun.
You got
These-
this right, Harold.
These could have been CMFs
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like.
I
these are
know.
like
If they did, like,
because they're all characters. Like,
That's
they're
pretty
so
smart.
These are already CMFs. Just getting
Yeah.
this.
There's so many
yeah,
skins.
yeah.
The Peely.
Mhm.
This is Harold's favorite, right? You said you wanted this as a big fig.
Yeah, that's Meowsicles.
Meowsicles.
I don't know
with
about the
small-
rest of the characters. Like, they're all they're the OG, like chapter one guys.
So you can play as any of these characters in the original.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It's awesome. Shout out to Sidious out in the chat.
Yeah,
Hey,
City
Cool,
is.
cool.
But yep, that's my show and tell. I know Sean has to go soon, but
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
try to quickly go through.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
All of ours.
The tolerance for me, I'm talking late, is limited.
Well, this is back to back
That's what it is. It's just because it was last night. That's the only reason why.
shows.
Oh, we also have a big day tomorrow, as I've mentioned.
That's right.
So our
one
last
pumpkin run for everybody.
Ooh.
I know. We actually haven't been to a farm this fall, and I haven't taken the kids apple picking. I kind of feel.
We did
All right,
that.
all right.
We
That's
made
so
the
fun.
homemade pie. I mean, we're
Ah,
checking all the boxes here.
awesome,
Ooh.
awesome.
So our last segment,
Yeah.
which
Trying to avoid all.
is it's time for news you can use. Thanks to Alan the Brick Bag.
Thanks, Alan the Brick fan. I know. I got a pumpkin pie recipe from a girlfriend, and she makes them so beautiful. Like it's a cream cheese pumpkin pie. And I'm going to try that this weekend. I'll give a hand at it, but I do like pumpkin.
All right.
Sounds
What's up with the shoes?
All right, news that you can use thanks to Alan the Brick
Hey,
Fan.
Minifig.
Hey. All right, so what do we have here? First up, Lego Ideas Turing Machine. I remember Turing from high school.
Oh my gosh, is it the Turing machine?
A working Turing
my
Lego
gosh.
computer.
This is a lot
Huh?
of PTSD.
Wait, so I don't understand how this is a computer, but
Well, I guess it's codable by like binaries, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right?
that. I was like,
Thanks,
that's
thanks,
what it
Harold.
looks like.
I know what I was doing during Turing, Nick. What were you doing during Turing?
we were making like
I was
things
making
happen.
graphics and images, and I
code.
even made like a video of Jimmy. What's it called? Jimmy Cliff's. I can see
I
clearly now.
didn't.
This one.
None of
Was it
this. I don't even
in your
know what we're talking about right now. But it looks cool.
that wasn't something in your high school, Sean.
No, not Sean.
Because I remember grade 10 computers.
Yeah.
It was Turing.
This is where I knew I did not know computer very well. I can't like.
I was straight A's through like 10th grade,
Yeah.
and then I was like, C's are fine. I'm gonna have fun, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
No, I was more interested in like sports and like
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. No, this is cool, but I really we were not Turing. I've never even heard the term before, so we
Maybe
definitely
it's a
didn't do this.
Canadian thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never heard. Or
I was touring.
Yeah,
I went to Europe,
Yeah, I was-
but
Turing. Yeah.
Lego Star Wars Encyclopedia. So now we have we know what the
Oh.
exclusive minifigure.
How many
it's gonna
times is he
be-
going to be stolen? I do
It's the
feel badly
Emperor
for these
himself.
books, you know?
I guess it's a new torso, right, Harold? Is this a new torso?
Oh
this
yeah,
is a
that's definitely-
sequel. It's a sequel.
Oh, it's a sequel,
Ah.
Palpatine.
Rise of
Okay.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
the
See-
vampire Palpatine.
We'll see if people are, people are already, getting a little nervous about the prediction. We'll see.
Somehow
gonna want it.
Palpatine's not book.
That's really. Oh,
So Alan the Brick Fan has a question. Is Lego tie-in gift with purchases out of control?
are they out of control?
So
In
he's
what
talking about
sense?
like
Inventory. It's the only thing I could think of.
I think it's just he says there's 5 sets now that have been released this year. The Dice Mimic, the Technic P1 logo, Fell Beast, the Borgans and Burks Flu Network, and Luke Skywalker. And so
from a business perspective, it's smart.
I don't see anything
from a
wrong
buyer's
with it.
perspective, it's hard to keep up with some of the releases. So
yeah, so you make decisions like we all do as adults and people.
yeah,
you know, I don't agree with this.
You buy the squaps.
I don't agree. Okay, as a fan, and if you happen to like all of these things equal and you planned on buying them all, but look at what this is covering, right? It's like a botanical garden, an X mansion. You know what I mean? Like the backgrounds of I think it'd be a better conversation if like Star Wars dropped like 5 heaters that year with things tied behind them. That could get a little dicey. But if you look at it, it's so many different IPs doing this that you know, if you happen to love all those, and then I feel bad, but I doubt anybody ticks every one of those boxes other than being just a general Lego fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
the only one I didn't get was this one.
I think it's great for the sport. I think it's great for the sport we're in.
Yeah. It gives me a reason to get it now rather than waiting.
Yeah. I mean, you can justify it because you're getting, we all know there'll be discounts, but if you know you can't get this potentially later, then you know,
full price Nick.
FPN.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, Harold's probably excited about this one. Didn't you make your own Godzilla, Harold?
I thought he did.
So Lego Ideas Godzilla achieves 10,000 supporters.
This is the American Godzilla too.
What do you think about this, Harold? Compared
this
to
is a beefy Godzilla one, man. This is
I think it's all right.
Actually,
I don't love it.
It's very rough, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a smooth kind of build. This
is one of those ones that I think they could improve it. You know, sometimes it you know what I mean? Some of the charm of some of these ideas, things that gets hurt in the execution. I think this could be helped. Shout out to them. It's amazing. You know what I mean? I'm just being a pure critic here. It's like
yeah, for sure.
First glance,
I'm pretty sure it's fragile though. Like the inside, you get those angles.
Yeah. But like, it's a great achievement. It's just not for me. I don't know. All right, you got the blue. All right, I'd like to see more angles.
Yeah.
Lego Ideas project currently under development. So this is the Willy Wonka, still supposed to come out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Twilight.
Twilight's still supposed to come out.
That looks good.
Power. This is probably
I've seen the Twilight before.
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
We're gonna get another. This is again another gift with purchase, probably.
Oh, wait, when is that coming?
We don't know yet.
Approved. Yeah,
it was just approved in March.
Earlier.
All right. Well, whatever.
They're reminding us.
That one is a must. I will buy whatever. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, within reason. I mean, if it's $1,000, no. But if it's like 150, which is what that looks like,
yeah.
It's the Jetsons car.
Yeah, the Jetsons.
That looks exactly like that Solo vehicle. Right?
It does, yeah.
Because that was navy blue, and then
the minifigure
prize machine.
I don't know about this one.
That's supposed to have like the new castle faction too.
Oh, okay.
It might depend on what minifigures it comes with. For me,
I think that's awesome. These are great.
Riverboat.
Some of this I'm seeing for the first time.
I forgot.
So these are all gonna come.
Good thing we're reviewing it again.
We're all getting these, but we just don't
I didn't even know that one got approved.
Wait, is this Ideas or
Ideas?
Bricklink?
It's not the Bricklink designer
program. The Bricklink stuff has just gotten out of control lately. I think it feels like it's more frequent now, so I get less hyped about the Bricklink ones now.
But true.
Not that there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying for me personally, I just
Autumn Snails.
I'm just being a lot more choosy on those, I guess I'll say.
I like this one.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll get this one.
Yeah, for sure. 1 million bajillion day. Maybe not day
Italian
one.
Riviera.
That
reminds me of Luca. Yeah.
There you go.
Luca.
With the banana boat.
Disney Luca.
Oh, and Goonies.
Oh, right. Nick loves Goonies.
So that is going to be my next barge right there. I'm going to be hyped. literally the next barge. But I mean, I
Yeah, it was
I
like a
can't
barge.
believe this is happening.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's probably going to look not much like he's got a lot going on there. This is going to be one of those ones where I hope they don't butcher it too bad. But
hopefully, because I know on this submission, the other side is like dollhouse. And there's like story. I'm hoping it opens up and then you can see the dollhouse inside. But
it's going to add a lot of cost. Yeah, I don't know what kind of price
they
point
did increase. They increased it to. Did they increase to 5,000 pieces now? Maximum for these idea sets.
Okay.
Oh,
I know
geez.
they talked about something.
I'm hoping that stays around 3 tops. We'll see. But
yeah.
But if they do what you're saying, I ain't gonna be. I don't know how they do it unless they make it tiny.
I got approved.
Yeah, this one got approved too. Gizmo.
I like the ears.
Oh,
what's the name of the actual gremlin?
Spike.
Stripe.
Or Spike.
Spike.
Yeah.
No, it is Stripe. What is it? Is it Spike or Stripe?
It?
Stripe. It is Stripe. Yeah.
Stripe. Yeah. So they should make a Stripe too.
Cute. I actually like this guy.
I think I would like both of them.
Yeah.
The nose looks too.
We're never gonna solve the eyes problem. I just
no.
Oh yeah, he does have the Yoda
forever.
eyes.
Just can't get eyes right. It's wild.
Can you switch the head with Baby Yoda?
Well, they got him right with Stitch, but they kind of cheated, right? I mean, Stitch looks pretty good, like as far as the eyes. Yeah.
I'm looking at Simba's eyes.
Oh yeah, Simba's good too.
Simba's nice. Simba's good.
Aren't too bad.
Yep.
Groot's eyes
right.
are cool.
They don't always do it, but like half the time, those eyes just make it. Oof.
Oh, and then the Disney Pixar, the lamp.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Lego book
definitely
ideas are my passion.
Oh, so this is. Did you see this one yet?
What do you have to buy?
Did you see this one yet, Maria?
I did.
This could be you. We'll put your sig figure
habitat
sitting in your library.
I keep saying this. Where's the pens?
They should make a pen.
Look, it's even books are my passion. That's what it's called.
This is how did they get the book readers into the Lego? This is what it is.
Yeah. I think there's a good cross section. Actually, there should be.
Right, and I mean, there's been a lot of like Lego sets that's released like with books. Like they had the classic, like Charles Dickens was released. Like a number of those things. I have all those sets.
So this gift with purchase is now available October 28th to November 11th. With a purchase of $130.
November 8th.
I'd rather. Oh, okay. Well, I'd rather have that than that world building thing. So.
Oh yeah.
So
like they're cool, but I didn't start all of them, and I just I don't know. And I think I don't know what do you think's the better investment, Harold? This or that Buildings of the World thing? Probably Buildings of the World.
Probably Building the World. I mean,
because it's a later one and people will miss it.
Idea of it. Yeah, you have a series. I mean, this is like a great build.
It looks cool. I don't, but I'm saying like long term, we're looking at $40-$50.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know those like.
Oh, and it's ideas though. So if you got ideas completionists, that's good.
Yeah.
Whenever you can get ideas as a G-dub, it's usually a good move.
Yeah.
I think that way to subsidize a little bit because this set doesn't do anything for me, but I'd want to take it off of the cost of whatever I'm buying.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything exclusive with the books or this one.
No, the minifigure is the same. We've gotten this torso before.
Yeah, I think we've gotten that before. Maybe that that book, the lime green book.
Oh, this.
Yeah. Oh no, that just says Once Upon a Time.
I should text Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah will know.
Got in there. Yeah. Even this, we've gotten this globe before.
Where?
This is definitely Maria's.
A quill. Is that a quill?
That's a quill.
That's a quill. Maybe.
Still.
Maybe.
I know you're an ink girl, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Maria always wanted stairs.
I've always wanted stairs. I don't have stairs for any of my books.
What would the term be, Maria? I didn't mean to say ink. You're a fountain girl. Is that right?
Fountain pens, right? No.
All right, I'm trying here.
Yeah, thanks. I've seen these.
Have you seen this at your local Costco?
I have not seen them, but you have seen them.
Yeah, I've seen these.
Unfortunately, that was the sacrifice coming here. Closest one now is hour and a half. I used to have one 4 minutes from my house.
Oh wow!
Hour and a half. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm like,
I know I've seen a lot of people buy them.
Oh, you got one, Harold? Which color?
Which color?
Red, yellow, or blue?
Of course, red.
Red.
Of course, red. I just feel like I don't know.
I don't like hard-sided cases. I have a the hell is that brand?
I know, me too. I'm thinking,
Remova, whatever the hell.
oh, you have a Remova.
Yeah,
Oh, see,
it's very nice, but it's just
it's
so
so
small.
heavy. Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
heavy and it doesn't hold as
heavy.
much as
The newer Removas are actually lighter, but it's not.
mine is.
the
It's
same,
only like 2 years
right?
old.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
just not unless it's gotten even better. But it's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's a beautiful suitcase.
It is. It's classic and it's like lifetime guaranteed for sure. That's like what I want. Once mine now breaks, I just feel like if my kids were younger, I'd probably consider these because they have like Hayden has a Darth Vader one. It's like cool. I can't even remember like the brand. It's a good brand. But I don't know. Like in terms of like a Lego, I know a lot of like Lego fans, AFOLs bought them for the backpack and for the thing, but I don't know. It's a bit too clunky for travel.
Yep.
Lego Botanical Entrance Gate gift with purchase. Here's another gift with purchase, which is it's okay.
Yeah,
I think it's cool that it ties directly into the set. Like I think they're on fire. I don't. This guy, I get the frustration, but I think they've done a nice job with this last few rounds in particular.
Is this a new? I don't remember this.
Petals?
Those are new
flower
elements.
mold.
Oh.
Is it new for this gift or for this botanical set?
I think that's like, I don't know if I know the botanical set itself has that mold.
Was it like, how many new species was it? Like 20? It was a big number.
Yeah, it was a big number.
Was it 13?
I was
so
watching Tiaga's review on this set.
And do we know what the footprint of this is? Is this 32 by 32?
Yeah, 2 32 by 32s.
Yep, 2 standard base plates. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was like 1.5, right, or something.
Yeah, 1.5.
Which other one? The museum.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is bigger than the museum, but not as tall.
Yeah, I should have clarified. Not the Friends one. Which, by the way, the Friends one was 60 or is 60 here. It's like pretty tempting to grab two of those girls and just
right.
Because I actually like the bubble dome better, a lot better on the
than
Friends
this,
version. Yeah.
The Friends set is at our Costco. I saw it. So
I know I was tempted to buy the botanical Friends set. And I was like, maybe go down a little bit more.
And this is it is an idea set. Okay, so this is also an idea set.
I don't know. I might even pick this one up. This one looks kind of cool. It reminds me of the botanical gardens in DC, actually.
Yeah, they said they based it off of like, I don't know how many, 10 different ones and just kind of made one out of it. It's pretty cool. I think it's beautiful. You know what's funny though is I was watching shout out to Solid Bricks. I was watching his review and he's like showing the interior, like a top-down view of like just
like this,
like that, exactly like that part and the stuff all around it. And he's like, pretty straightforward, simple build. I'm like, I don't think so, man. Like, not with my sausage hands. That thing, I mean,
I know.
building, 10 or 20 little plants is pretty annoying. I mean, this is just like, it just seems.
Can you imagine if a plant fell over and you have to try to stick it back?
Right, and then you wrist down 90 other ones. I
dominoes.
This looks tedious AF, but it's beautiful. I respect it. Not for me, but old me would have bought this immediately. I'm just again being a little more choosy, and there is a there is a really great alternative. The figs don't do anything for me, so it's like that Friends alternative is
exactly.
It's if
it fits the bill.
And I'll tell you the biggest issue I have, and it's again just as a commentator here, is I love the execution of like I said, the bubble windows are actually far girthier on the Friends set.
Yeah.
At least I haven't seen this in person, but it's gorgeous.
From comparison already, right? Like there's already an aesthetic.
Yeah, people have done the side by side. Yeah, it's close enough, and if you can get two of them for 120 versus this for 330,
for sure.
I don't know. But if you're that into it, you're probably getting all of the above. So I'm not the target for that. Oh, the P1. You get your second chance.
It's returned. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't return. What happened is they didn't sell a lot of them to begin with.
I was one of the few to
Sorry,
buy it.
there's no way. Like they're not like, oh, you know what?
Yep.
They definitely pull stuff.
Right.
Oh wow, they added that TM to it too.
Where?
Yeah, the trademark.
Oh,
I didn't even notice that until I saw
to the build? That'd be interesting. Maybe they did pull it because there was a trademark issue. Who knew?
Yeah.
Harold, did you take advantage of the double insider points?
He did not.
Oh shoot, I forgot. I didn't get a Lego package today. I did.
Oh.
You got the bakery?
No, like Sean said, like the world of, or the buildings of the world doesn't
That's
really.
it. Oh
Yeah, doesn't really.
yeah, like it's cool. I respect it, but like I don't have the other ones. I would never assemble all those. I'd rather do a modular at some point.
Yeah, the price point is like what, 200 or 300.
Yeah, it was pretty
Wow.
spendy. Yeah, 180
That's
something.
crazy.
To get it. Yeah.
That's crazy. Sonic the Hedgehog Cyclone.
So this
Versus
one
Metal
is
Sonic.
revealed: the Hedgehog Cyclone versus Metal Sonic. I just like these new characters that they always. So I would probably get it just for the.
It's not like
again.
like I say, on our show, it's like every week, it's like there's so much awesome stuff, but there's so much awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So now it's like
this is waiting for.
I got
Yeah.
this is a funny little quick thing. The Green Hill Zone, the $100 one, the pretty decent. Was in the first wave.
Okay.
They had it for $10 at my Target, 90% off.
Oh wow.
Dang.
Oh.
What?
Yep. And then
$10.
That's even a
Robotnik.
thing? That's crazy.
Well, what happened was they went to scan it and it wasn't in their inventory.
Oh.
Because it was in the clearance section, but it was no price. And I went to the self. Oh, we have the self,
Yeah.
check in store.
That's right.
And it didn't show up there, so I brought it to the front and I said, "Hey, this was just with a bunch of other random stuff. There wasn't a tag on the shelf, and there's only one left." And the guy, it was busy that day. I think that played into it. He goes, "I don't know. Now it's $10." I go, "Okay."
Dang.
Amazing.
And then I got the Robotnik that was like, I want to say 60 for like 20. So I'm like, that's it. 2 key pieces. I'm done. I don't, I'm not going to pretend that I know anything past probably, Tails and Knuckles. That's kind of where I check.
I don't even know
think
Tails and
Goku
Knuckles.
was in my world at that point.
Yeah.
Sonic's getting a lot of coverage tonight.
Yeah. They heard it. You want to be Sonic for Halloween.
Gotta get that mask.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Well, now I need this. I haven't done that yet.
we
I'm
saw
gonna
this,
miss
yes.
it. I don't know.
They said it takes a month
Yeah.
to receive yours.
Yeah, I got.
Did you do this, Harold?
I did.
Oh, you did.
I got
Like-
the anniversary castle one, and that came pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, right? It was a
Oh,
castle.
yeah, I forgot about that castle.
See,
Yeah.
Too many Lego.
that's
Actually, let
funny.
me go see that email. Let's see. I think it said it takes up to 30 days to
Oh my
receive
gosh.
yours.
It's fine. You'll forget, and then it'll be a pleasant surprise. It's cool.
I know. Like I
yeah,
forgot I did
this.
it. I was like, oh shoot.
Oh yeah, this. All right.
My problem
So
is
Sean-
there's nothing I really want from Walmart right now. I got to figure it out. Yeah.
Mm.
So what are you up to this weekend? Busy weekend, right?
Yeah.
Halloween. Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Both days there's events. We'll watch a little football. Tua's back for the Dolphins.
All right.
But that's kind of hard to
he's-
watch
he's
because
back,
he
right?
keeps getting knocked out with concussion. So I feel weird being excited for it. So I just hope he's all right.
Are you a baseball
then-
guy?
Back into work,
Do you-
getting back into the show.
Yeah, are you a
Just,
baseball guy? You're gonna watch the World Series?
Yeah, I'll when it gets interesting, I'll tune in. I'm not a 1 through 7 thing, but when it's a deciding game, I'll tune in. I'm a minor Dodgers fan. Haven't lived in LA for 7 years,
okay.
and I went to a few games in the World Series out there.
Okay.
But yeah, not super passionate, but I'll watch the finale.
Yeah.
I just watched on Netflix. They had the 2004 Boston Red Sox comeback story, and so it's
Against
like a
Yankees. I watched that in sports bars
Yeah.
like every night in that age because I had a
Wow.
diehard Boston. He's still one of my best friends, and I I endured that whole thing with him. It was awesome.
So you might like this documentary. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a 3-episode kind of arc where they kind of talk about 2003, the year before,
They
where
broke
they just
their heart.
where they lost just in the game 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then going into 2004. So it's a good watch.
Sounds like I'm gonna watch this weekend for some reason. Nick's gonna say something on Sunday.
I like recommending things that.
Yeah, no, it's good. They were down 0-3. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Yep. I don't think it had ever happened before either. Yeah.
No. Harold, how about you? You got Brick Universe, right?
Brick Universe.
Yeah,
Every time you say
Universe.
universe, I think of He-Man. I can't help it. It's like
Because he says
universe.
He's the master of the universe.
Yeah, that's always what I think of the universe. He-Man.
He has the power.
He has the power.
He has the power.
I got my pen show. I think Harold missed that, but this Sunday is the Toronto pen show, Scriptus. So I'll be checking that out on the morning. And otherwise, I feel it's quiet. Oh, we're getting our snow tires tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. There's no snow. The weather's been great, but I feel like I'm getting a car maintenance. Please just plug them on.
Forecast, you said we're going to get a lot of snow.
It's going to get colder
year,
soon.
right?
It's getting cold already.
So,
but our trees, like all the leaves are still up. Like I haven't raked anything. It's a long stretch of a warm season. I just don't want snow to be lingering until June. Right? So we'll see how things go.
Sean, before we head out, what would you like to plug? Where can people find you?
You can find me. You can find us on the ACOB channel. Insta's Brickheads Pod. But most of our activities happen on the channel. I guess one quick thing is our Discord is awesome.
You have a Discord. You have a Discord too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let me. It won't let me log in for some reason on this computer. Did it? Did I get in? I did. Okay. I can post it in the chat, but our Discord's cool. It's I'd say a lot of like-minded people just hanging out. It kind of like the discussion here, any and everything goes. Like we got, food channels and all that, but I mean it's actually a quite valuable resource for news, rumors, leaks, whatever. We've got Falcon Fan, like he's just in there a lot, so you kind of have your own feed of things going on, which is I wouldn't have dreamed that in a million years. And just a lot of funny, it's a lot of laughs too, and
you had this whole
it's not sophomoric laughs, like it's like good earned laughs. There's not a lot of you know what I mean, like it's not crude humor. People are just naturally funny. It's pretty good.
On the ACOB Discord, where at the end of Brick World Chicago, someone took a photo of Life Bricks leaving in the parking lot and just walking off, and then someone puts like a billboard, and then there are all these different memes of just funny things that were can't remember them right now, but it was a good laugh.
Yeah, him just walking towards different things. And I don't know if you noticed, Nick, but I not every single week, I don't think, but almost every single week since there, I put that in a thumbnail.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Can you pull up the page real quick and then we'll roll out? I just want to show you something. By the way, I can't find my own Discord link on the Discord. It's unbelievable. I
have to get it on my phone.
There's times where I feel like maybe
I don't know how to pull it up. I don't know how to pull it up on the computer. I only know how to pull it up on my phone.
Oh, invite people. What am I?
Are you in the are you in the Discord, Harold?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Harold, you should come through, man. It's fun. And it's like I said, it's informative too. A lot of people just get info and bounce.
I just have it on my phone.
Yeah, I can't post it in your chat. I'm not a mod, but I tried to. Anyway.
Oh, here. I can do it.
Maria doesn't know Discord.
I don't know Discord.
It's just like
I only knew it from
my
Pokemon
kids are on
Go.
Discord, and I asked them questions, and I'm like,
For real?
Well, it started for gaming, and now it's like kind of everything. Anyway, our thumbnails. I try to work. I try to work Tyler in whenever.
Can you put in the private chat, and I can copy and paste it into?
Oh yeah.
I'll copy and paste it into the chat.
Yep.
All right, let's try this. And
You know, it's funny. I'm on Discord a lot.
oh wait, no, that didn't work. There.
Well, Harold should pop in, man. Show your face.
Did that work?
Oh, yeah.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Let me
It's
see.
there, right?
Hi.
Yeah. So anyone there can click on that.
Oops.
All right. Let's. We're gonna start saying our goodbyes.
Okay.
All right.
Or is it cut off? Because I tried adjusting stuff. Can you hear us,
Really?
Harold?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Cool. So thanks so much, Sean, the right way, for hanging out with us again. We always love reunions like this because, you know, it's a good way to catch up, see how things are going. But of course, everybody else, thanks for joining us on the chat with this episode 36 already, season 5, especially to Oaktown Bricks Community. Thank 801 Stud, Sidious Papa Rex, Girl Bricks Lot, Nicole, Todd Root, Macro, Brick Jedi, Prince of Peace, Brick Studs, Joel Z Bricks, Our Toy World, Padawan HQ, Brick Hive, Brent's Bricks, Papa Trip, Cooper, and Clever Pig. Thanks so much. Today was a busy night.
Yes. We went a little bit over the time, but the thumbs up.
I want to do this and nothing
Amber Laya
comes
was
up.
doing that
It's
last
all
week.
invisible.
But Sean, yeah, thanks a lot for hanging out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun
Yeah, great
catching
seeing you.
up.
Ooh.
Crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's always good, and like you said, I mean, this is like I don't want to say good excuse, but it's a good excuse to catch up. I hope us just catching up with each other was, entertaining for everyone else as well.
Yeah.
But I always love spending time with you guys, and like I said, I hope to see you more and spend more time.
Absolutely. I
in
hope so
Brick
too.
World. I am going to taper down the schedule at least 25%. That's the goal.
Yeah.
25%. To have some roaming time, and
that would be great.
I mean, but we'll see, because also knowing myself, it's like, okay, what do we do to ratchet up to another level this year? So
Yeah.
maybe less, more
Yeah,
impactful things is what I'll do.
Anyways, everybody have a great Halloween weekend or Halloween coming up.
Yes.
And
until next time. Merry Christmas and bye.
Good night.